up to everyone locked in, locked on. Sorry for the late arrival. It's your boy Deji Spurs in the building. I don't know why I'm shouting, to be honest with you. I don't know why I'm shouting because there's nothing for me to shout about. Big up to my brothers at Spurs Die Hard TV doing their thing on the other channel right now. It's another week. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And I'm not feeling good, to be honest. I am feeling mashed up in the location. My club is a disgrace. I'm embarrassed. And I can't be myself. I can't be myself. But we're not here just to talk about my club. We will be talking about my club. Big up to everyone in the location. Mally in the building. I want to talk about Liverpool. I want to talk. Are these brothers legit winning 1-0? In the building? Then we have Arsenal flopping it against Fulham. Are you mad? Do you get me? Oh, so many things. But first and foremost, my bro Dylan is back looking like he's in Miami. Dylan in the building. Where are you in Miami?
I'm in Mexico, bro.
Wow.
I'm in Mexico.
Cancun?
Yeah, Cancun, bro.
Enjoying it. Are you there for Christmas or are you coming back before Christmas?
I'm coming back still. I'm coming back next week. I just had to get away from the dusty performance from Arsenal.
Yeah, you man are. Do you know what I said, bro? I don't know if you saw last week's show. And big up to everyone in the
I've been locking in still.
Bro, so I said, why are people getting excited? You played Centre Parks, you played West Ham, and you played Man United. I mean, these are three dusty teams. And then Arsenal fans are shaking their bum because you beat Monaco. And I've been telling people, I don't rate any European team. Let me keep it a buck. I don't. Last season, this was my Champions League 3. Yeah. Man City, Madrid, Arsenal. I expected Arsenal to slap up Bayern Munich. So why are Arsenal fans telling me about Monaco? What, Monte Carlo? Casino Royale? What are you telling me? Why are they getting excited, bro?
You know where it is? You know where it is? The injuries killing us, man. The injuries are killing us. Gabriel not being there.
What injuries? What injuries?
Bro, you got that donut at the back, Kivio. Like, come on, bro. You know you wouldn't have Kivio on your back for.
But at the moment, with the
by the way, but
I hear what you're
you wouldn't have back.
Dylan is there loving it up with the tequilas in the Cancun there. Man didn't even bother to invite. Big up to everyone that's locked in, locked on. And Dylan, I got you. You're back now. You're back.
Yeah. So what I'm basically saying, what I was basically saying is that having Kivio at the back, bro, is a problem. You understand? Can't have a man like that at the back and with no Gabriel. And then obviously the left-hand side is a problem as well. You got Martinelli, I don't know what he's doing, bro. Then you got obviously Jesus. Bro, it's all a mess. But like I said, there's a little things that we're missing that ain't adding up to why we're performing the way we're performing and relying on set pieces. Do you get it?
Yeah. So you remember when we first spoke, I was telling you about the set pieces and saying that you can't go through the season with the set piece thing and think you're going to win the league. Now you're seeing that is actually a thing for Arsenal this season. I think this brother thinks he's going to get you guys a title just with these set pieces. What do you think?
To me, we'll see where we are in February, but I would focus on the Champions League as well because you can get away with that in the Champions League. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
You can get away with that in the Champions League, bro. All those little corners that we're specialists in corners. We can get away with that, bro. We can get away with that. But you see where it is in the league, you're gonna get sussed out. You get what I'm trying to say? And for me, in January, if they don't sign no one, yeah, it's done, bro. They need to sign at least. They need to go and at least try and go for Lookman or someone like that.
Lookman
You
is
know
a
what I'm
baller.
saying?
I don't know why people treated Lookman like he was a waste man in this country. Because Lookman, when he was at Everton, when he was at Fulham, Leicester, for me, he was very much a baller. Bro, is that you writing off the Prem then? Are you not interested in the Prem?
No,
Are you
no,
just
no, no,
focusing on
no,
the Prem?
no, no. No, I'm not writing it off, bro, because it's still early. But you gotta understand, man. Like now, you gotta think. Okay, look at the points tally. Chelsea are picking up, but I think Chelsea's being fade because they ain't got the longevity. But I just think, man, if Slot goes on to win it, and Arteta don't win anything, you know what that means, innit? You know what
Yeah,
that
yeah,
means. He's got to go.
yeah. Well,
But what? Hey,
bro,
but I want to ask you something though.
I've been saying it. Do you know what I
I
mean?
want to. I want to ask you something, bro. I want to ask you
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Listen, hey, I watched the stream on Sunday before I flew out. Yeah, bro.
yeah.
What's going on, man? Hey, what
Bro,
is going on? I need to ask you what's going on around there because
I'm
it's a
not gonna
madness.
lie, bro. Can I be real? I obviously liked Postecoglou. I prefer being on the front foot than the defensive football. I don't like Conte ball. I don't like Mourinho ball. But bro, I'm not gonna lie. When people said he was Postecoglou, I was thinking, oh, that's just rude. He's Postecoglou, bro. I swear, Dad, he ain't got a clue what he's doing. He's a madman. This brother is coming out today and trying to have up Timo Werner. We've been singing the fact that Timo Werner is rubbish for over a year. All of a sudden, he's realized that Timo Werner's crap, bro. Basically, Postecoglou has lost the dressing room. The players aren't playing for him, and he's not cut out for the Prem because I think Carragher put it best. You don't wear a t-shirt and shorts come rain, come sunshine. When
Yeah,
the rain and what was it, Storm Dara comes, you put on a jacket and you get an umbrella and put on some Wellington boots. He's not doing that, bro, and he's getting killed for it. I'll be surprised if Postecoglou is in charge come Jan. I'll be very surprised.
who you got on the weekend?
We got Southampton, bro, and we're gonna get slapped. I can't even lie to you. We're getting slapped by Southampton.
You're not. You won't, man.
We're not beating
You ain't
Southampton,
gonna get
bro.
slapped by Southampton. Nah, you won't,
Yeah,
bro.
bro, I'm telling you, yeah. I'm rock bottom. I'll bite your hand off if we can draw. I would shake my bum if we beat Southampton 1-0. That's me. What a
But
disgrace.
you know, but you know what? But you know what though? What I noticed when you was watching the stream. Hey, when you look, when you look, what was it again? That's right, baby. What's that? That's right, baby.
No,
But
obviously
nah, but
sometimes.
you know what it is. You know what it is. It's criminal. It's criminal. It's criminal what happened. I swear. I would want Arteta out if he done that foolishness that
Yeah,
my man done on Sunday, bro. I couldn't believe it. And you know what it
he's a
is? I
waste man.
can't stand the backbone of these Chelsea brothers now. I can't stand it one bit, one bit, one bit,
Bro,
one bit, one bit.
they
Someone
are.
needs to snap them up. They need to get, they're unbearable right now.
Chelsea right now are looking past Arsenal. They're not even mentioning you, man. It's them and Liverpool. That's how they're talking, bro. And dare
Yeah.
I say it, I need you, man, to come good to just put them in their place. Because right now, if you let Chelsea supersede you as the closest rival to Liverpool this season, then you, man, are just as Spursy as my club. I don't give a damn what anyone says.
Hey,
Letting
listen,
Chelsea come through is a
listen.
disgrace.
I'm disappearing. I'll never appear on the stream again.
Ah,
Never,
I'll
never
be
again.
putting you out. Don't do that. Don't do that. I want my tequila when
Never
you come
again.
back,
But
bro.
I'll tell you what. Too much 1942, bro.
What's that?
But what was I gonna say? That
Yeah.
two things. Jesus, man needs to get rid
Bro,
of Jesus, bro.
you've got and just before Dylan, big up to you and big up to everyone locked in, locked on. Brandon, I'm coming now, and a couple of the one thing I've been telling the man then though, bro, is you've got 3 Timo Werners. It's not just Jesus.
Dude.
I think Jesus is a Timo Werner. I think Martinelli is a Timo Werner. And there was one more, and Raheem Sterling. You man are moving. That's why I look, I'm not gonna, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Top four for you, man. Top 4 for
no
you,
way,
man.
no way. Hey, and you want to know something before I go there? Listen, bro, I flew to Milan to watch Arsenal, yeah? You know, I'm hyping up, I'm in the mood, I'm like, yeah, we're going to slap these brothers up.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw the lineup, I knew it was game over. It was game over. But, like I said, all the Arsenal fans, we just need to keep faith. It's either the champs or the Premier League we're going for this season. We ain't taking no Carling Cup, no FA Cup. It's only the Champions League or the Premier League. That's it.
Well, I love your chest because there's some shameless Arsenal fans that were shaking their bum saying that they'll take Carabao Cup and telling me that that's a good enough trophy. But Dylan, enjoy your holiday, my brother. Enjoy it. Get back safe. And let's connect when you're back, my bro. If you're still out there next week, then we'll connect next week. Yeah?
Yeah. I'll shout you. Say less, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. That's Dylan, you know, all the way from Cancun. You know, with his tequila and all them things there on the beach. Should have told me, man would have just come true. You get me? Because it's cold out here. Man's been suffering from storm Dara and that. I'm bringing Brandon into the mix. Ray, I see you. Don't worry. I will be with you very, very shortly, my guy. Brandon, my bro, you know. Brandon, I could tell when Dylan was talking that you agreed with a lot of the things that he was saying. You're not happy with your club right now. And one of the things I love about Brandon is he's truly a true gunner. This brother keeps it real. When it's good, he will say it's good. When it's rubbish, he will say it's rubbish. And for me, the fact that you, man, because people want to bypass this, but I want you to talk about this. The fact that you, man, disgracefully drew against your Haaland rejects last weekend is shocking. I know Spurs is bad, but that there is a disgrace. You get me? You got rid of Leno. You got rid of Iwobi. You got rid of Smith Rowe. Only to get battered by these brothers. I mean, talk to me, bro. Talk to me. I swear, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Do I have to talk do I have to talk about Arsenal? Do I talk about something else?
You don't have to talk about Arsenal. I'm just kidding.
That's good. That's good because I wanted to come on and give you a bit of therapy, bro, because you need it right now. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Your club. But go on,
my club is dusty. Yeah, we've gone through a 5-phase. We've gone through a 5-phase project just to qualify for Champions League. That's where we're at. Yeah, I know we're finished. But I want to talk about you guys for a bit because Man City have gone 1 win in 10.
Yeah.
You guys have got 1 win in 8 in all competitions right now. Yeah. You man are dusted big time. I can't sit there and I speak the truth, Dedge, right? I'm hearing some weird shit coming from you, bro, because 1 minute you're saying we can win the treble, and then the next minute you're saying all these players are crap and this manager's got to go. So which one is it, man?
No, bro. So let me keep it real. One thing about these managers is they will never tell you the truth. The truth is we are dusty right now, and a lot of people skip over the fact that we have a lot of injuries, and I don't use the injuries as an excuse. I actually think the game plan was to always go for the cups because everyone has told us that if you win a trophy for Spurs, you are the Messiah. You win the trophy for Tottenham, you get a statue. And people try to lie and say, and there's a lot of Spurs fans, even some in the chat that I can see, that said they were happy finishing 10th with a Carabao Cup this season. I'm not that guy. I'm in the pain. So technically, Spurs is 11th, right? And they're in all the competitions. So technically, in theory, if you're a Spurs fan that said you will take 10th and the Carabao, he's doing a good job. He's doing all right. Because that's what you said. As for me, though, I was never going to accept that. Because for me, if you finish 4th in the Carabao, it means we're on the up. Everyone can finish 15th and win a cup. Cup doesn't mean that you're a good team. It just means you managed to win your cup games. Do you get what I'm saying? And I want a bit more substance than that. So for me, I still think Postecoglou is crazy enough to help Spurs win the treble, although the performance against Rangers yesterday was so dusty that I might have to retract that. But the truth of the matter is, Spurs slap up Man United next week. We're in the semis. And I don't expect you, man, to be taking the Carabao Cup seriously. If you, man, start taking the Carabao Cup seriously, then you're a disgrace. Don't chat to me. The FA Cup, we've got Tamworth. And whether I like it or not, in theory, not in reality at the moment, but in theory, Spurs is the best team in the Europa League. So where did I start? What did I say that is unrealistic? We are going through a bad run, but if somehow he turns it around, or even if he doesn't turn it around, maybe Pochettino turns it around, Spurs can still win. I mean, bloody hell, Arteta won the FA Cup when he took over Emery. Areola could take over Spurs or Marco Silva and we do the treble. Is he a genius? I swear it was, what's his name, Tuchel, that took over at Chelsea and he won the Champions League. Stranger things have happened in football, mate. So I'm standing by my ground that Spurs could win more than a trophy this season. But that doesn't mean that Postecoglou has got it right. That doesn't mean he's a genius. I still think he's a madman.
How much budgie banter have you been smoking this week, bro? Seriously,
bro, the budgie banter is been on full blast, especially the Nigerian strain. I swear that one licks you in your headpiece real quick.
Bro, you've got to be... Listen, you've got to be on budgie banter to want to support Spurs in the first place. But, yeah, nah... I'm sorry, right. This is a therapy session, so let's talk about this. Ange Postecoglou, as I've just pointed out, you've won 1 game in 8 in all competitions. Only Man City have a worse game to win to loss ratio right now than you guys, right? You're telling me that you can still win the Europa League, the FA Cup, and the League Cup, right? Let me ask you this, Dej. Last season, in the FA Cup, who did you get knocked out by?
I can't even remember who we got knocked out by. I can't remember. You've got me there. I've got a mental block. Remind me, somebody. But yeah, we got slapped. Yes, I know. We got knocked out. We just like we got knocked out by Fulham in the Carabao Cup. I can't remember, but go on. What's your point?
Who did you get knocked out to in the League Cup?
Fulham. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I can't remember. I can't even remember who you got knocked out to in the FA Cup, but I'm sure it was a dusty team. You know, I'm sure it was a dusty team.
It was, bro. It was rubbish. It was rubbish. That's what I look. It's trauma. So I've put it in a box somewhere in my brain somewhere that I can't access, and I've thrown away the key.
So what I'm saying to you is, Postecoglou, is refusing to learn from his mistakes. He's refusing. Yeah, it's who we are, mate. Yeah, with this high line and all this rubbish. You cannot. Even if he had the best squad in the world available to him, with the way that he plays football, he cannot win a trophy by constantly.
You can't say
that. He cannot win a trophy by consistently playing this high line where you are right. What you are is to win games. Spurs have to score multiple amount of goals because we know you're going to concede multiple amount of goals. That's the problem. If he tightens it up defensively, then maybe you could go on and you would win more games. You would win more games because your attack ain't that bad, right? Your attack's not that bad. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's that bad, right? Out of all your players in your squad, right? It's ironic, really, because I was only watching a video that we did on my channel earlier on, actually. And this was only 12 months ago, and we was talking about who would get into a combined 11, Arsenal and Spurs, right? And you know, he was desperate to get Romero in there, and now, you know, talking about he's better than Saliba, and I don't know about that one, bro. But
Yeah, I mean,
look, I look at your squad, right? This is your problem. To win 3 competitions, regardless of what they are, you have to have a good enough squad because you got a lot of games to play, right? So, and your squad ain't good enough. Your starting 11 ain't even good enough, really, to win a trophy, right?
You can't
Because
say you can't. Our starting 11.
your starting 11's dusty, bro.
On Tottenham starting 11 on their day, no one can hack it. On their day, the domination
On
in
their
the league.
day.
I mean, Brandon, you know, when you came to my gaff, you got slapped up. Everyone knows what we did to City. Everyone knows what we did to Villa. The problem that Tottenham are having right now is, one, we don't turn up against the minnows, but also it just looks like the system that Ange is playing has worn these brothers out. I'm looking at Udogie. He's not the same Udogie of last season. Madders is not the same. Poro's not the same. A lot of players are underperforming this season, and I'm going to blame that on the gaffer. Do you get what I'm saying? But if he somehow got out the performance that we had against Villa and against City, are you mad? Remember, the cup is not a league. It's a one-off game. If we do domination and location 3 times, we won the Carabao Cup. It's simple as.
Bro, let's not do this. Yeah, let's not do this because you do this every single season. Every single season,
bro. Is
right?
Tottenham
No.
not in 3 competitions?
Listen to me. Listen to me. You do this every single season. If we can pull out the performance that we did against Aston Villa, if we can do this against Man City, you guys slap Man City every year, and you still don't win fuck all. So it's not that you're incapable of beating the big teams. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you're incapable of winning trophies because your squad ain't good enough. Your manager's tactics ain't good enough. I'm looking at your squad right now, right? And if we're being completely real, although I do rate some of your players, based on this season, Kulusevski, yeah, Dominic Solanke, Mickey van der Ven, aside from that, the rest have been dog breath, bro. Yeah, Madders has been shit.
Vicario is all right. Yeah, but you're right. Everyone else is crap. You're right.
No, you're talking about Vicario being all right. The guy can't come for crosses at set pieces. He's useless. He's useless in that department, right? Son looks like a finished player. Do you know what I mean? You got Brennan Johnson, who nobody really rates. Bissouma looks terrible in your midfield. Papisar, I quite like him. I think he's all right. But the rest of them, bro, they're dog breath. There's no way look. If Arsenal can't win a trophy after all the money that we've spent in 5 years, then what makes you think that your dusty club's going to win one, bro?
It doesn't work, but you know football doesn't work like that, Brandon.
I know it doesn't, but the point that I'm making is Arsenal, right? Arsenal struggle to win trophies because, well, number one, our squad isn't good enough, but our squad, in my opinion, is better than yours. Right, and it should be for the money that we've spent, right, and the time that we've had. Our biggest problem is we haven't won a trophy for so long that we don't know what it's like. We don't know what it's like to win.
If everyone's fit, is your squad that much better than Spurs?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at Martinelli, I think he's crap. I'm looking at Havertz, I think he's crap. I'm looking at your defense. It's not fantastic. It's all right. I'm looking at your midfield. Declan is not the same Declan as last season. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Trossard is not Trossard as last season. Partey is just Partey. He's there, but not doing anything special. You guys ain't amazing, bro. That's why I wasn't surprised that you drew to Fulham. The truth of the matter is, we're all in the mud. Do you get what I'm saying? But I think Tottenham's mud is highlighted more because the injuries. Yeah, look, Tottenham is in the is look. I was saying on a show just a minute ago that when you really pull back, I think Bournemouth and Fulham have a better 11 than Spurs. I genuinely mean that. I mean it is poor, but that's because players who I thought were good have regressed. Basuma's not playing to the level. Udogi's not playing to the level. Porro not playing to the level. Vicario not playing to the level of a Premier League standard. Even Madders. So when you've got players, it's not on paper, that's not a bad squad, but they're not playing to their level. So it's even made it even worse, if you know what I mean. Like Martinelli is not playing to his level. Let's be real.
So what are you saying then? Are you saying if we sack Postecoglou, we can win some trophies, or do you actually think Postecoglou could win you the trophies? Because if he's not getting the best out of these players, if you just said to me that on paper that squad ain't too bad, and you're right, like there are players there that are massively underperforming, but I kind of look at it and I just think these players, I don't think they're comfortable with playing the Postecoglou way. Let's be honest. Like defensively, you're not good enough to play that way. And I think some of your attacking players.
I'll be real though. I don't think any defense is good enough to play the Postecoglou way. You're asking people to do the steeplechase game in, game out. I don't think any. I would love to see a team in the Prem, maybe in the Scottish League where there's less pressure, Spanish League where there's less pressure. But in the Prem, where it's 101 miles an hour, I would love to see a team that could successfully play the Postecoglou way and make it work.
Yeah, but again, bro, you guys played fucking Rangers yesterday, and you should have got slapped about, bro. So for a guy who come from the Scottish League, right? Everybody said, "Oh, Ange's got to learn this. This ain't the Scottish League. This is the Premier League," and you should have got slapped yesterday by a Scottish League team. Do you know what I mean?
You're right.
That's what I say. Your squad ain't good enough. But look, anyway, less about Spurs. You asked me a couple of questions about Arsenal.
Yeah,
bro, we're done. We're finished. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, beating Manchester.
Hey, Rastabaki is going to come with a different one. I think SG is probably the only other one who's going to come and agree with you. But go on, bro. Tell me why.
I know SG agrees with me. Agrees with me. But look, any Arsenal fan out there who genuinely thinks we're going to do anything apart from finishing the top 4 this season, please do yourself a favour. Yeah. And seriously sit there and use your brain. If you have a brain, that is, right? Because some of these Arsenal fans that just go, "Oh, we've got to believe. I seriously, sometimes I question their logic and I question whether they've actually got any brain cells in their head to think logically, right? Because as you said at the beginning when I came on, I'm quite happy to praise Arsenal when they do all right. And I'm more than happy to criticise when things are going wrong. Right now, let's look at this situation. We've got man like Arne Slot and man like Enzo Maresca, right? They've been in the league for 5 months. 5 months. Them players that they are working with, they've literally had them for 5 months, right? Now, I don't know about you, Dej, right?
Yeah.
But when you start speaking to a gal, yeah? Mm-hmm. After 5 months, you don't really know her that well. You know, you ain't gonna go get married to that girl, are you? Let's be honest.
Unless you're with, but go on.
So what I'm saying is, these men don't really know these players yet, right? They're still getting to know these players, and they are getting better performances, and they look like 2 of the best teams in the league easily. They look like the only 2 teams in the league right now that can compete for a league title. Arsenal, right? We're in a situation where this manager has ripped it up and started again so many times, we don't even have an identity no more, bro. Think about it, yeah? 2 seasons ago, Arsenal went 8 points clear with 8 games to go. We should have won the league. That season, we played an attacking style of football, similar to what Chelsea are playing now. You know, the kind of attitude where it's like, you might score 2, but we're going to score 3. You might score 3, but we're going to score 5. You know, that sort of thing, right? And at that point, we hadn't earned any of the respect from any of the teams in the league, right? Last season, he tore all that up because there was this notion around Manchester City that City start slow, and because they start slow, they've got more energy towards the back end of the season and blah, blah, blah. So you see us try and do that last season, right? But we dropped points in too many games, and in the end, it was too much of a recovery to go on and win the league. But having said that, if we'd have beaten Aston Villa away, at home, like we should have done, then we would have won the league last season. But once again, the manager fucked it up because he does what he always does, and he has been doing since he's been this manager, and overthinks things. Last season against Aston Villa at home, when we should have won that game, and if we'd have won that game, we would have won the league. He decided all of a sudden, after not playing him all season, to bring Zinchenko back into the side, and then Zinchenko ends up costing us the game, right? Then you see this season. This season, we start the season, we got a few injuries. Odegaard's the main one, yeah. And then you look and you think, right, cool. How's this manager going to adapt? Because I knew that we didn't do enough in the transfer window, but a lot of Arsenal fans out there wanted to give it a 7 out of 10. And I'm thinking, hang about. At the end of last season, everybody said Arsenal need a striker. Kai Havertz ain't good enough. He's not gonna score.
What was the last time he scored, by the way? Yeah, go on.
He's not gonna score enough goals to win you the league. You need a proper number 9 in front of goal. Everybody said that. Arsenal go in the transfer window. We do what we did, and we don't go and buy a striker, and everybody's sitting there going, "Oh, it's a 7 out of 10 window." Like, the fuck are you talking about? So anyway, we go into this season, and we think, right, okay, cool. We've got a bit more of a settled squad now. We've spent a bit more money. We've got these players for the bench. Blah 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 blah. Everybody's happy with it. Whatever, right? And I just think to myself, well, what happened? Because 2 years ago, we was playing attacking scintillating football. Last season, we started slow, and then towards the back end of the season, we started playing the attacking scintillating football. This season, it's Stoke City FC or Saka FC. And if it's none of them, we're fucking done out here. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And again, we're watching the manager make the same errors that he did last season and the season before that ended up costing us, right? He always overanalyzes things and tries to accommodate for injuries that have happened, right? Against Fulham, prime example. We've got Gabriel out, right? And we've got Calafiori out. So he decides, let's move Arsenal's best midfielder this season to right back. Let's put Arsenal's best right back at left back, and then wonder why there's no balance in the team, right? Because, well, you and I know, Dej, right? From years and years ago, football wasn't all about this system bullshit, right? Yeah. This is what I don't like about modern day football now, and it kind of partly is Pep Guardiola's fault because he came into the Premier League and he started with this, systematic, everything's about the system, not so much about the player. Yeah. If you go back 2 decades ago, in the early 2000s, there was none of this system rubbish. It was who's got the best squad, who's got the best players, who's got the best 11, and you'd have players. You'd have players that would make the difference. I.e., for example, Thierry Henry, right, or Paul Scholes, Wayne Rooney. It'd be about their ability and what they can bring. Instead, now, all the ability that the players have is kind of killed because it has to work in the system, right? So when you have a system and everything's systematic, right? Like I said, 2 decades ago, I don't know about you, Dej, but I never heard of this. You've got to have your left centre back. Your left centre back's got to be left-footed. Your right centre back's got to be right-footed. There was none of that. It was either you was good or you was shit. Do you know what I mean? So with this whole system thing now, you've got to have left-footers on the left side and right-footers on the right side for it to work, right? Predominantly, yeah? Yeah. So then my question is, and this is why we didn't beat Fulham, and this is why we create fuck all, because again, the manager, right?
There's a couple of mandem. So Brandon, go on, make your point, my bro. I know you're about to make it land. Go on, my brother.
He moves Thomas Partey to right back, and he moves Timber to left back. Okay, cool. But now what you've got is Timber on the left hand side, who's right footed. you've also got Martinelli in front of him, who's right-footed. On the right-hand side, you've got Bukayo Saka, who's left-footed, and Martin Odegaard, who's left-footed. Also on the left-hand side of midfield, you've got Declan Rice, who's right-footed. So what does that mean, Dej? It means that everybody wants to cut inside. Everybody wants to play in the central areas, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've played football. I know you've played football. I know there's probably multiple people that are watching this stream right now that have played football, right? If you face a low block, which Arsenal do an awful lot, right? If you face a low block, what is the best way of breaking down that low block? Make the pitch as wide as you possibly can and drag players out of position.
Yeah.
So Mikel Arteta, by doing that, fucked the whole thing up because everybody wanted to come into the zones where Fulham, it made it easy for Fulham to defend. So all they had to do was sit 2 banks of 4 in front of us and hit us on the counter attack. And lo and behold, they had 1 counter attack all game, you know, and they scored their goal from it. After that, we're chasing the game. But this is the reason why Arsenal didn't look like scoring. Because, again, as we did against Manchester United, right, Arsenal are so shit going forward at the moment in our attacking play that it took a set-piece goal before we actually went, hang about, we could score again here. Hang about, we can actually create something here. And it was the same against Fulham. We didn't look like scoring until we scored the goal from the set piece. And it was the same against Man United. So it's a worry, really, you know. And then Monaco, right? Yeah. Everybody looks at the Monaco game and says, 3-0 in the Champions League at home. That's a decent result. But again, it was Bukayo Saka FC. You know, Saka didn't turn up against Fulham. Neither did Odegaard. So we had to score from a set piece. Saka didn't really turn up against Man United. So we had to score from a set piece. If Saka does not turn up, and we do not score from a set piece, we're in trouble.
And you guys are Spurs with a red shirt on, basically. Yeah, but no, Brandon, you are never a truer word been said. I think everything that you've said about Arsenal is 100%. And I think that's what happens when people have low standards. When you have low standards, you get low results. But I do hope that you guys can kick on. But Brandon, sorry to cut you there, my brother. It's just that there's a long list of people.
You don't. I hope you guys can kick on. What a lie, Deji. Your hope for our downfall, bro.
No, to be honest, I would rather you do better than Chelsea this season. I'm not gonna lie. Them Chelsea brothers are making me sick to my stomach. So I would actually rather. I think I've got more beef with Chelsea than I have Arsenal. Like legit, I've got beef with Arsenal. But I've got beef with Chelsea.
Let me tell you this. Chelsea will not continue on the way that they are right now because they've got too much inexperience in their squad, right? Their manager's inexperienced and all their players are young and inexperienced. They look really good right now and they've got a real good squad, but they will not continue on like this. There will be a drop-off for Chelsea. It just depends on who's there to capitalise, Dej, because I agree with you and what you said, I think it was last week, where it has literally been Liverpool, and now we can bring Chelsea into that conversation. Yeah. The rest of the teams in the league have been dusty, bro. Shit, yeah, crap, rubbish. And the problem with us is we'll probably be the closest to Chelsea and Liverpool, but like behind them. But we never capitalise on the teams above us when they drop points. We didn't at the weekend, so I have no confidence in us doing fuck all, bro. And that's the problem.
Fair play. Brandon, thank you, bro. He dropped the mic, set the tone. Big up to Brandon in the building. He has said Arsenal are done. I can see a couple of brothers in the back. Brandon, watch out for them because these brothers are going to be coming out with rebuttals for what you've had to say tonight. But big up to Brandon, locked in.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be watching, and I'm gonna be in the background. Any nonsense, Deji, I'm coming back on and I'll put them straight. I swear to you.
Don't worry, bro. You're more than welcome all day, every day. Big up Brandon, though, my bro, in the building. I've got Ray coming through now. There's a bagger man. I see you. Rasta will be after Ray. Ray, the United fan. Big up to you, Ray. Second appearance. What are you? Well, I mean, Ray, the fact that you've got a semi-smile on your face, you guys are in a worse position than Spurs, to be honest. Apart from the fact
no, I disagree. No, I wouldn't say Man United were in a worse position than Spurs. No way. We've got our manager. We know what we're looking to. We have a future. Spurs don't.
Have you watched your team? Do you actually still think Amorim can do something at your club?
Yes. Right. Hear me out. Spurs fans are looking at the wrong person still.
Who's at fault here then?
The manager. It's beyond the manager.
What's in the manager? He's crap.
No, what I'm saying, manager's at fault, but it's bigger than him. It's deeper than the manager. It's your owner. Leave back to your manager. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Jamie Carragher. He said it on Sunday. Levy needs to go if Tottenham wants to win anything.
I hear you.
And when the new owners come in, Ange probably will get sacked. But Levy needs to go. It's deeper. It's rotten. Tottenham Hotspur as a club is rotten inside and out.
You know that Levy has valued Spurs at more expensive than your club, yeah? You know.
Yeah, you said that last week. It's just he's
not. Look, I hear what you're saying. You know, like sometimes you're in a workplace and you've got a shitty manager. Yeah, it's not your fault. A new manager's come in and they're trying to. You feel like they're trying to get you sacked, basically. What do? Do you quit, or do you suck it up, or do you file a grievance? You do something and you try and do your job whilst you're trying to sort it out in the background, right? Yeah.
I do agree. I think Ange is in over his head. I don't think he's the right man, but I don't think he's just only the person to blame, if that makes sense.
You're right, but you know what I would say? I think the Spurs fan base wouldn't be as angry with Ange as they are today if he saw what we saw. He's only just seen that Timo Werner's crap.
He shouldn't see it. For me, that's wrong. He should never have called out an individual player.
Bruv, but he's calling him out because he's under the cosh now. Now he's
as a team, not individually. No.
I get it, but now what's happened is Postecoglou has realised that his job is on the line now. Before, he thought he was all right. But when the fans at Bournemouth started cussing him, then he's realised, look, Postecoglou, someone asked me in the chat, do I think Ange makes it past Christmas? The truth is, I don't. Lose to Southampton this weekend, which is very possible, and that's the best way I can say it in my French accent. He's out of a job, mate. He's gone.
I think Man United will win a trophy before Spurs ever do.
Say that again?
I think Man United will win a trophy again before Spurs ever do.
Yeah, I think the trophy that you guys would win. Have you heard of the Papa John's Cup, that little pizza? Yeah, I think you guys win the Papa John's Cup. You play.
No, we're getting there. Amorim's got an idea of what he wants to do. Once he rebuilds the squad, he's fine.
What the issue is not Amorim. The issue, Ray, is your fan base. And I'm going to ask you one question. I got a mate, Sporting Lisbon fan, said that it took Amorim 3 seasons to sort out that team, to get them where they are today, where they're sourcing and slapping people up. Have the United fan base, probably the most privileged fans in world football, have they got the minerals to hold on for 3 seasons of relegation fodder football until this brother gets it right? Because I think
I'll give you 2 answers for that. I'll give you 2 answers for that, right? Man United fans are too used to and still used to the Fergie era and the Busby era. Me personally, I'm realistic. Now, I'm not saying Man United fans aren't realistic, but in the back of their head, win, trophy, league. But we're in a rebuild. We're not in the Fergie era. We're in a new place. And secondly, my personal opinion for our head coach, for me, he's got 3 to 4 years, I would say.
You reckon
But that's
3
me.
4 years?
Yeah.
Of
I'm
potentially
patient.
relegation fodder to get, because I look at
I
your
don't think
squad.
we'll get relegated. No way. Tottenham.
No, but I look at your squad, and there isn't one player that I would have in my Tottenham team. I'm just trying to remember your starting lineup.
Onana, Delit, Martinez, Delo, usually Malacia, Fernandez, Casemiro, Dallo, Rashford, Hoyland. I think that's 11.
I think I take Amad Diallo as a replacement to Brennan Johnson.
I just think Man United fans are too used to, as you said, privilege of life. We need to get out of that mindset. Like the Dan Ashford thing, that is overreacting to.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If he's not got the same vision as Ineos, then bye-bye. So be it. It happens. It happens every day in business. Or every week, or how you say it. I think Man United will be a success again before Spurs.
I think Spurs win a trophy this season. I think we win the Carabao. I think you're so crap that we slap you next week, regardless of the mess that we're in. I don't think Amorim. I think one of your players came out this week and said you just don't have enough time to train.
But right, so wait a minute, right? You used to get nearly beat by Rangers last night. Bro, now I'm Scottish. I watch them nearly every week.
We got a lot of injuries. Who did you beat?
Who
did you beat?
Man United.
Yeah. Victoria Plens. Was that who you played? Victoria Plens.
We are building. We're building. Spurs is just a stop start. They're just like
hey, Ray. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I like you. I don't even offer this sort of time for cast, to be honest. Look, you guys. The truth is, you guys ain't coming back.
We will.
Manchester as a city's done.
No.
This is we're moving like Hunger Games. You guys are like
no way.
30, to be honest. You guys are rubbish. City's struggling. You guys are struggling. It's something in the water up there. Look, I'll be very surprised if you guys finish top 6, top 7 this season. And I've heard
I don't expect much a season. I don't expect much a season apart from top 6.
Yeah.
But I expect a lot in the coming seasons.
Yeah.
I'm a realist.
I'm going to ask you, Ray, because we're going to meet next week, Friday, the day after the game. Do you beat Spurs in the Carabao Cup next week?
Yes.
Wow.
Spurs is in a crisis.
Then you might be right. If you don't beat Spurs, then this idea that you're going to win a trophy before Spurs was basically you smoking Bougie Banton on an empty stomach. Are you prepared to accept that?
We will beat Spurs. There's more pressure on Spurs than Man United in that game.
I think there's pressure on Postecoglou. No, you're right. There's probably no pressure on you, but I just think your team is rubbish.
No, what's funny as well, right? If you start Ange tomorrow, Southgate's available.
Hell no. You must be joking.
Would you take Thomas Frank?
Do you know what? I saw that today as a link.
I rate him, by the way, highly.
Do you know what? I've never considered him, if I'm honest with you. But if you look at the job he's done at Brentford,
I think he's a gamble.
I've not been a fan of Thomas Frank. I think he reminds me of Alan Kirbishley. It could go really well with Thomas Frank, or it could even be worse than Postecoglou. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not sure how I feel about him. There's some players that I like that he's brought in, and there's some players I'm like Damsgaard. I just think he's rubbish. Do you know what I mean? He's not good.
I don't even think Pep could save Tottenham.
We just need to buy some players. The thing is, Tottenham's first 11 is as good as any's. On our day, when we do the domination and the location, No one can hack it. I mean, you guys have been on the end of the domination and the location. The problem is, it's not consistent. Tottenham's issue this season is inconsistency. And we're just
for
not
Man United, I think it's got to get worse before it gets better. For Tottenham, I think you need gutted from the top down.
No, I agree.
That's my personal opinion. I'm not saying that as a Man U fan. I'm saying that as a football fan.
Yeah. But what I will say to you, Ray, and big up to you, and I respect you, and I love our conversations. I just don't see you. I don't see you guys coming back. I think you're done.
We will come back. We will. We're building for the future. We've just signed a 17-year-old today. We've got a few youth players. We're building for the future, and we will be back.
I'm honestly, the future that I see for United, maybe you'll be back when we have Robocops.
I think honestly, I thought
the
only thing Tottenham could do is beat Arsenal. That's it. No more, no less.
I think if Tottenham don't win a trophy this season, then we have gone under this manager. We have gone 10 years back, because I can't lie. The last time I was embarrassed to be a Spurs fan was before Poch. And
can I ask you a question as well?
Yeah. And then I'm going to bring in Rasta Mike.
Sorry, quickly. See, if you were a Tottenham player, right?
Yeah.
And you were called out individually by your manager, how would you feel?
Bro, I would feel low. But
would you not rather him speak to you first?
I would rather he does speak to me. But bro, I think maybe what people are suggesting is that maybe Timo Werner wasn't his signing. And I've been calling it out. I've been saying,
how many players are his signings?
Look, the one thing I actually think Postecoglou, dare I say, and it's not anything to do with the channel. I actually think this guy strangely watches this channel, because a lot of things that is said on this channel, he ends up doing. I said that Postecoglou needs to start calling it out if he wants to keep his job. Because if he doesn't call it out and he says he thinks Timo Werner is fantastic and the best thing since sliced bread, he's out the door. Call out the rubbish so we know what the rubbish is and we can support you and
that's different.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, look,
Amorim's calling out the team, but not individuals.
He's a loanee. He's a loanee, and to be honest with you, he's done absolutely nothing. He's offered nothing to Spurs since he's got here. So I don't mind him calling that. What does he do? What have you done for me lately? Yeah. He's done nothing for us. He's done nothing. So call him out and send him back.
Exactly. But thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Ray, good up to you, man. Always a pleasure. Good luck this weekend, and then we'll get in the Law Kishan next week, where we'll be discussing which one of us was right. I'm saying even though we're in the mud, I'm still saying we slap you up. But big up, Ray, in the building. Thank you very much. A lot of people tonight trying to come through. Bear with me. I'm going to have to keep it to 5 minutes just because there's a lot of mandem in the back. I see you all. Rasta, I see SG after Rasta. Joey, the Chelsea fan. Oh, bloody hell. We got Chelsea in the... we got 2 Chelsea brothers because Elijah talks football. Nah, but these... Don't chat to me. I don't want to chat to these brothers. Anyway, say the wrong thing. Man's tearing out you man's head. I got Mally in the building, and I got Spurs Cave as well. Big up to everyone in the location. Rasta, my brother. Make sure you smash a like. Big up to everyone that's locked in, locked on. We're talking football this weekend. Rasta, you came with a little bit of chest last week. I don't told you the Halen reject was going to stop you. People look at me.
Hey, man, you put some juju on my team, man.
Nah, you
need to stop talking about Arsenal, man. You need to. This is Spurs. This is a Spurs channel. We only talk about Spurs, bro.
I told you that your team is whack. People shaking your bum because you beat West Ham, shaking your bum because you beat Manchester Piccadilly. Come on, my brother. Come on. You couldn't beat Halen rejects. You should be ashamed. Leno,
no, but we did call it. I remember you did call it like on the day, you know. And my point to that, my point to that is that You see what we said last time about the set pieces, and me saying that I don't have a problem with that scoring set pieces. It's part of football, you know. If you score a penalty, it's part of football, you know. You can't take that away from us. But this is the problem that I had, that if you come across a team that's organized enough to deal with that, then switching from that to actually try something else in game is very difficult. If you've been doing it over a period of time, it kind of becomes like, you know, like ingrained in your habits, you know, like, you know, as players, you know, I saw Martinelli going down the line, you know, doing the same thing I was talking about. Instead of getting past the fullback, he's looking for a corner kick, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, what are we doing here? And then this is the problem that you come across.
The thing is, though, bro, the reason why they're doing it is because at the moment, I think the Arsenal players, and I think Arteta came out today and said, you must win a trophy this season. So you can see that you guys have to win at all costs. And I think Arteta knows that if he doesn't win a trophy this season, he's out the door. So I can understand why the players are so hesitant, why he's so risk adverse. But I can't lie, that's what you do when you're in phase 1 and 2 of the project, not in phase 6. By now, you should have a style of play. And even Tottenham, in our dustiness, we have a style of play.
Do you know what? I was saying this to my friend the other day. I was like, I would rather us play Ange football than this football that I'm watching. Man,
you're not watching football, bro. You're watching. You guys are turned into the Green Bay Packers. That's what you
guys do. Honestly, man, I would rather. The games I've watched since the Man U game. The Man U game was boring, man. The same with the Fulham game was so boring.
Even the Fulham game was rubbish. I swear that you guys.
And you're thinking to yourself, this is Arsenal, you know. And on the flip side of that, anyway, I don't think it's as bad as what people make it out to be. I know as Arsenal fans, we always, you know, like the last caller was talking about people still stuck in the back in the days, you know, where we used to win things and da. I mean, looking at you guys, Tottenham, where you are right now and what you're going through, we've been through these rough periods, you know. And I think Arteta is kind of, we're not in the same situation anymore, man. I used to see Mustafi and Douglas Luiz, man, in my center back. You know, I've seen some dire things in the past. I've gone through some dark times. You know, I know what dark looks like here, but I think Arteta is for him to be just in the conversation, because people forget that it's his first job. Yeah, he's never managed anywhere before. And for him to come in here, and I know the overall chat or the general chat is always about, oh, is Arsenal challenging this year and blah, blah, blah. I think he's actually that's his biggest achievement as a manager, to get Arsenal in that conversation. Whether we actually win or not, I don't know. You know, I don't have a crystal ball, and I'm not sure. But it's trying to give credit where credit is due. You know,
yes. Look. The one hand, he has got respect back. People respect Arsenal. You guys are, you know, challenging, and there's some respect there. That's why when people banter me about Tottenham didn't win, even though we finished second and we got to a Champions League, no, those are still achievements, even if you didn't get it.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
The issue with Arsenal is, you, unlike Spurs, you can argue we have no recent history. So losing the Champions League final, as sad as it was, is not the end of the world. You guys not doing it is a disgrace, given that you've won 3 Premier Leagues, you know, last 20 years and so on and so forth. But 6 years, bro, 6 years, you're expecting something. And I think the issue that we're seeing is every season you must improve. We must see progression. We're not seeing the progression, because I think if you started off well and now it's dusty. And that's the issue. And it's the same with Tottenham. We started off well with Postecoglou, and now we've fallen off a cliff. And now we're like, you know what? Maybe this ain't the brother. And sometimes you just have to just call a spade a spade. Maybe Arteta lacks the experience to get it over the line, and that's okay. Do you get me?
Yeah, but then
I think it's unfair of you to demand of a manager that's never managed before that he must win the Prem.
To be honest with you, I think Arsenal fans have a skewed view of what Arsenal is and where Arsenal are. I mean, if you want to take an example, like for example, in the Spanish league, in the La Liga, yeah, Arsenal are like Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Once in a while, they're gonna break through, win something. They'll win a Prem. They'll probably win one of the cups and whatever. We never was the established team in England, really. You got Liverpool, you got Man United, those are kind of like the established team. And then now you go City and you go Chelsea. Yeah. There's too many. It's too much. It's too many teams. Yeah, and there's only one cup. and the thing is that if he ever wins a Prem, I think it will only be once. I think at Arsenal and Arteta has probably reached its peak.
I think so.
I'm not saying he's gonna, but I'm saying if he ever manages to win one, it will only be just one Prem. I don't think we'll ever dominate the way Man City dominated or Man United dominated.
You don't have the squad. But I will say this, bro.
Yeah, but then this is the thing: the Arsenal fans, Arsenal fans are all over social media, and they think Arsenal is like that. That's the problem. They think Arsenal is this big giant club, which is meant to win every season,
They've been smoking Budgie Banton. Them and their bedroom James. They're the Budgie Banton smokers, with the Nigerian strain. The truth of the matter is these men suffer from some sort of privilege. And the truth is Arsenal they're not that. Let's be real. What has Arsenal really done? Like really? They've won 3 Prems.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. We're like an Atletico Madrid,
You know what I'm saying?
We're in the conversation, but I'm okay with that though. I'm okay with that because, for example, Atletico Madrid, you got that Diego Simeone football. He's kind of like what do you call it? He's got an identity, which is fine, which is fine. Do you know this? I'm gonna get on to you now. Yeah, by the way.
Yes, my bro. And then I got to bring SG on and then Joey.
You need to lay off Postecoglou, man. He need to lay off Postecoglou, bro.
I'm not having you lower my standards. You're fucking Boogie.
No, man. Yeah, but you're doing exactly the same thing that you're accusing us of doing, where you've got a skewed vision of your club. I think Ange is doing.
No, he's not.
I think he's doing as well as he can with the circumstances,
You have been one of the most balanced people that I've spoken to. Always come with a balanced perspective. This man is a madman.
No, he is mad. He is a madman. I agree with that. He's mad.
Apart from Kulusevski has regressed, bro. Every player is crap. And it's because of the way he's demanding them to play, bro. Come on, man. He's crap, bro. I'm not having it. He's rubbish. No.
I watched your last few games.
Simply A says you can have him if you want. If you guys are not happy, you can have him.
I'll have him. Honestly, I love Ange. I love Ange. I love Ange football.
You can have Ange. He's one brother. I don't mind doing a Sol Campbell. Yeah, have him.
No, you won't be saying that when he starts winning things with us. You won't be saying all those things.
He's not winning nothing. I can't see how he's giving me Timbers or Zinchenko is playing that high line. Play it. I'm not having it, bro.
I've watched you guys your last few games. The Chelsea game, I think Ange Postecoglou, his mistakes are more to do with, like what you said about the Brighton game. You were 2-0 up. You're 2-0 up. Just relax, relax. Why are you bombing on forward? Like everybody's bombing on forward. You're 2-0 up. I'm sure all those guys play football. I mean, these guys play international. I see them playing in international football. They can hold the football. They can hold it, you know.
But he's not a good manager, bro. He's not good for the Prem. You know, like there's certain players that are not good for the Prem. Doesn't mean they're not good players. Lo Celso is a good player for Argentina and for Villarreal, but he just can't cut it in the Prem. I think Postecoglou is that guy. I think Postecoglou goes to Spain.
Yeah.
A Valencia, and I think he does well. I really do, but not here. No.
Yeah, nah. I hope he turns it around for you guys. I actually want him to stay in the Prem. You know, he brings a different vibe to the Prem, man. Honestly,
I'm quite happy to see him go. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm embarrassed, bro. Like, you know, with me, let me just give you a little insight into me before I bring SG in. I'm here, bro. I'm here for it. I can't be here for it. Right now, Northside's topping me up. Lee Gunner's telling me shut my mouth. People are mocking me, and I can't respond. Do you know what that feels like? No, not me.
I think you should. I think we'll do with a supporter like you at Arsenal. You know, you can imagine all the chest that you show, man, and you're supporting Arsenal.
This
It'll be
brother
amazing.
here, Yasser TV is a Chelsea fan. I couldn't say a word to him on Northside show last week. I couldn't say a word to the brother. No. I was gonna start picking on him. You know, like that. I was about to take it away from football. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so rattled. You know what I mean? But yeah,
them Chelsea brothers are moving mad, man. Them Chelsea brothers needs humbling,
I got
man.
two coming. Joey's waiting for me, and the way that
I'll be watching, man. I'll be watching.
What is coming? He's coming for me right now, and Elijah talks football as well. These brothers, I'm like, no. These brothers
I'll be watching, man.
Are you winning this weekend against Everton, bro? At home?
Nah, we should slip up to Everton, man. Everton are just.
They're
just there. They're just there.
They're rubbish. I'm not gonna lie. Everton fans in the building, your team's crap, man. There was one brother here trying to talk up to me last week. I said, bro, you're just a participant. I don't even know what you man are doing.
Yeah, I saw your stream when you were talking about the Everton fans. You know, I was like, why are you picking on Everton fans for? They don't win. They don't do anything. You know,
bro, he tried to comment on my club, and I went mad. I can't. That's what Postecoglou's got. He's got me seeing red. You know what I'm saying? Red. I've seen Arsenal shirts all over the gaff. But Rasta, big up to you, my bro. Always a lovely conversation.
Safe.
And we will chat again next week, Friday, I hope.
Please, no worries, man. I hope you win. For it.
Bro, I'm not holding my breath, man. Southampton. Bro, let me tell you what I did today. I'm about to put a £10 bet that Tottenham lose 7-0 to Liverpool next week. How about that? And I'm going to the game.
Liverpool.
Yeah, we're getting slapped, bro.
Nah, Liverpool don't score a lot of goals, man.
You're rubbish, bro.
Rubbish, but I don't think Liverpool score a lot of goals.
Fraser Forster, we're a disgrace. But anyway, it's all good. But bro, let's link up next week, my brother. Thank you very much.
Big up.
Big up to everyone locked on. Make sure you smash a like. Rasta Mikey consistently every week coming through, and he's lost confidence with his club. There's one Arsenal brother before we get to the Chelsea brothers. Oh no, the last Arsenal man standing, you know. There's one more who's been smoking budgie band, and that's James. I'll see James anyway. We'll deal with James in a bit. But SG, you're not, bro. That deep breath says it all, bro. That deep breath. I feel you, bro.
No, bro, the last color just waffling, bro. You see, like Atletico Madrid. You know, we got the most expensive tickets in Europe. I just be happy in contention, bro. We should be winning league titles. Ain't good enough.
Yeah. But what he's trying to say is, if you take a step back, Arteta, this is his first job. And in his first job, he's done a good job in getting you to compete. So you can't knock that, surely.
Bro, if you're a big club, ain't good enough. Ain't a great job. Perhaps a great job for Tottenham Hotspur, without the respect.
No, don't be smoking budgie banting, bro. That's not a good
bro.
For me.
If
Postecoglou was in charge of Spurs for 6 years, I'm demanding the league, or I'm not accepting FA Cup at 6 years in. If Arteta wins the FA Cup this season, it's a failure, in my opinion.
Bro, the problem is, if it's his first job, he shouldn't be managing Arsenal. He needs to gain some experience first. We should have managers like Ancelotti, Enrique, Hansi Flick. We need top-class manager to get us over the line. We can't rely on rookie manager for his first job to win us a Premier League.
Yeah, for real. So what are you saying? You're not happy with him. Obviously, you man didn't turn up against Fulham last week. Is that all on our? Have you had enough of Arteta ball? Because this is what it is. You guys set piece FC.
When I first called in, I told you this manager ain't good enough. Didn't I say that?
Yeah, you did.
And I've been a flawless stream last Monday. We would drop. We play great games where we will drop points because of this manager incompetence. Because we have seen this script over and over again. We need a striker. He rely on scrub players like Jesus and Nketiah, and he bought Havertz as a Granit Xhaka replacement, and he plays him as a striker, another rubbish player. Yeah. But we don't want to buy Ivan Toney because he has an attitude problem. Listen, the reason all you support also because Thierry Henry, he had a massive attitude, but there's no problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny opinion.
But I think he's suffering trauma from the fact that he just had that bad experience with what's his name? Is it Abba? You call him Abba? What's his name? Aubameyang. And maybe he's like, you know what? No, there can be no player bigger than the club kind of thing.
No, man. No, I disagree, bro. We need to have characters in this football club, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Reason with this manager is he can't handle players with big personalities. He needs to be the alpha male, but in reality, he's the beta male.
Yeah, I get you. Well, bro, so what's going to happen, though? Because let's be real, he's not in the same situation as my club. Arteta doesn't look like he's going to be losing his job, whereas Postecoglou doesn't look like he's gonna seize Christmas Day at Tottenham Hotspur at the rate that we're going.
It's a job for the boys, bro, fortunately. As long as he gets top 4, he will have a job left at Arsenal, unless the fan base will revolt against it. But unlike you, we're not happy because of this.
You man have got low standards, man. Arsenal,
bro. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you, bro. We're nothing that a spicy Tottenham.
I think you are. I think you guys are. You man are Spurs in the future.
Not Spurs, bro. We have standards of Plymouth.
Yeah, it's true. There's some Plymouth in. He's got the joke for that, you know. There's some Plymouth in there. For real, you men are crazy, to be honest. I agree. It's even worse than I thought. When you dropped that, I said, you know what? You're a serious guy. No, bro, that's true.
Bro, we have the zestiest fan base.
There, bro. Plymouth.
Bro, we have the zestiest fan base here. As soon as we signed Calafiori, Calamori, they were saying, oh, I'm questioning my sexuality. What?
What's that? Oh, come on.
Some of the weirdest fan base. They question his sexuality when Calafiori
because he's an Italian model.
Yeah, exactly. When he did a catwalk in the Emirates. I think what? You question his sexuality, bro? These people are a mistake. They shouldn't be born on this planet, bro.
Well, the Arsenal fan base are not thinking about the football, and you guys, I think you guys legitly are definitely in the mud, my bro. Bro, what's going to happen this weekend, though? Because you got Everton. You should be slapping them up, surely. 4-0, 5-0.
It's kind of unpredictable, yeah, because we could win this game, but we could draw this game because we don't handle well in low block against the center manager, yeah, when they're trying to sit back.
If you don't beat Everton this weekend, then you man are moving as dusty as my club. Like legit, you're moving as dusty as my club.
We get the most expensive tickets in world football, but it's toxic and negative to demand any major honors. We already are a dusty club.
Yeah, well, bro, big up SG in the building. SG is not having it. He's confirmed that his club is dustier than Tutankhamun. He's not shaking his bum like some of the delusional Arsenal fan base who actually think that what they're doing so far this season is acceptable. SG is the real.
Can I tell you the reason why between me and Top Gooners here? Because I have a well-functioning brain, something they don't have.
I think so. And bro, stay with that well-functioning brain. Make sure you come back next week. Let's discuss it. Let's unpick it. because I weren't getting excited from the fact that you lot beat Monaco. I can see that you didn't even bother to mention it, and that just goes to show your high standards for your club. Arsenal fans shaking their bum and forgetting that they drew with Fulham. Like, they have some respect.
Look at this shirt. This is the last day when Arsenal left Highbury. I got Thierry Henry on it. Thierry Henry. At the back. Yeah. I'm never gonna buy an Arsenal kit ever again. I'm gonna buy retro shirt, only retro shirt from the Highbury days.
Bro, I think I might have to join you and do the same, mate. I might have to be wearing Hostel.
Yeah, you have to buy back in the 70s or 60s, unfortunately.
Our clowns. But big up SG in the building. Thank you for coming through, my bro. Thanks. You. Sorry, it's just that there's a bag of man waiting. Worries, and it's a pleasure. So, but let's catch up next week. Big up to everyone locked on SG the realist. That's what I'm calling him from now on. The realist brother, not having any of that crap from his club. Oh no, I've got Joey. Man, I have to take a deep breath before Joey comes through. Joey in the building. What's good, my bro? I know you're coming to
my brother. What's good,
bro?
How are you, bro? How you feeling? How's the chest feeling, son? I watching your streams. The chest not looking too good. You.
Bro, at the end of the day, I'm not even gonna lie. We're in the mud. But can I just say this though, bro? Before you start shaking your bum violently,
yeah,
you allowed a dusty Tottenham team to score 3 past you. Just know that, innit?
Hey, okay.
We scored 3 and we gave you 2 pens. So as much as you got the 3 points,
but didn't we give you 2 goals?
You know what? I don't like that. I'm not. I take issue with that. You slipping is not giving us goals, bro. You slipped short out your boots. That's not giving us goals, bro. That's you slipping. We capitalized on the opportunity.
Let me ask you this. Is it me slipping as much as you giving us a penalty the same amount of thing?
No,
Isn't that the same thing? It's our mistake that we slipped, right? It's your mistake that you gave us the penalties.
Bro, man. Yeah, it's our mistake that we gave you the pens.
How is it different? So how is it different?
We gave you pens. We slipped. You slipped and we tried to take the ball and make a chance out of it or score. No, ACFC is not the same, my brother.
It's the same.
What's his name?
Same. Let me light this Spurs pack real quick. Let me light the Spurs pack real quick.
Beats the man and puts it in the back.
I can't believe we doing this, Deji. You don't be shameless like this now. Don't be shameless like this now.
What are you doing? Are you winning the league?
We were talking about Spurs Chelsea. How do we get to win in the league? You're gonna even let me talk about how we fried you? I told you fried chicken. Fried chicken. I told you fried chicken. Fried chicken on Sunday. That's what we were eating. I wanted to eat fried chicken on Sunday.
I'm not having this crap. 4-3 is fried chicken.
4 goals ain't fried?
4-3 is that fried chicken?
4 goals ain't fried?
No, 4-3.
4 goals ain't fried. Hey, you might have gotten a little bit of a cooking in there, but 4 goals ain't fried.
Wow. Wow.
4 goals is fried.
Can everyone see
this guy? 4 goals is fried. I got my fried. I got my meal fried on Sunday. Fried, nice and cooked. It was beautiful. The way that we had to come back on y'all too. This the fact that how much chest the amount of people had at 2-0. That I watched back. I went and watched back your stream. Obviously, I had to. I went and watched back your stream. At 2-0, the amount of chest that was coming from your side, my man. I was waiting for this. I've been waiting to see you. And we're gonna see each other tomorrow. So that's all right. Yeah. We get to talk a little bit more tomorrow. But I told you fried chicken. We were here. I told you. Don't doubt this team. This team can keep on going. Hey, it might fall off, and that's cool. That's cool. Because that's not what I expected this year, right? What I expected is to be right where we are. In this mix. Try to be in the top 4 in this mix. Now, are we in the title race? Yes, we are in the title race.
And everybody see this chest from this brother. Wow, keep going, bro.
We are in the title race just based off points. How are we going to say we not? Right?
No, of course,
How are we going to say we not? We just based off points. We in the title race. But can we last it for the entire season? We'll wait and find out. Let's see how mature these young kids get over the course of this season.
The only thing I would say, big up to Joey in the building. Fair play to you. Do you get what I'm saying? But I just don't know how any Chelsea brother can come with chest when you spent £1 billion. Like, you should have been doing this from last year, bro.
But did we spend £1 billion because it was just £1 billion out of our pocket, or it was £1 billion because we sold people to make up for the more than half of that?
Bro, $1 billion is $1 billion, even if you say it quick.
But Deji, let me ask you something, right? Let me ask you something. Let me ask you, Deji.
Let me ask you something. On players, and then you're shaking your bum like you're one of us,
Deji,
bro.
No. That's not how you have to think about it, bro. I get where you're coming from, right? We are supposed to be here. By the way, you're right. Yeah. We are supposed to be. But let me ask you something. If we not, I don't want to use the drugs in this term. If we were out there selling CDs, right?
Yeah.
If we were out there selling CDs, and you made your CD and you were making your CDs for $1, and I got to make mine for 50 cents.
Yeah.
My profit's going to be more, correct?
If you were doing it for $1 and I'm doing it for 50, yeah, of course.
No, correct. Even if you would be making more, right?
Yeah.
So why is it because we make more profits, we don't get to spend it?
Do you make more profits?
Go look at the numbers. Look at all the players
that we sold
over the last 2 years.
So your profits ain't $1 billion in a year. Come on, bro. Let's be real.
But that's not what I'm saying, though. What you spend in the last 2-3 years, right? And compare it to like what we spend in the last 2-3 years. But you add our profits in. The numbers.
I know where you're going with this.
The numbers look the same, my man. It's not like we spent that much more than everybody else. It's just because we had we did what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be ripping this team apart from the bottom up and starting from scratch. Taking whatever money you can and restarting it. And taking all that money and putting it back into the club. That's all we did.
Well,
but
you know what?
I ain't going to take too much more of your time.
What I won't do is, I mean, look, even last week's game, like, I'm not trying to be bad, man. And I know, Joey, one of the things I like about you, you're one of the realest Chelsea brothers. When you're like the other brother, like Brandon, when it's good, and it's crap. You're not like the other brothers that's coming behind you. This brother, he's been on the budgie banting on an empty stomach. You can't say you were fully happy with that performance against Spurs last week.
Why would I be happy? We let 3 goals in.
And you didn't really play well, did you?
I mean, I would say Jadon Sancho played extremely well.
That's the best game
I would say in the second half, a good majority of our attack played really well. Like a good portion of it. Like Enzo Fernandez was playing really well. I would say Jadon was playing better, still playing well. I would say Palmer was getting more into the game. Like that's where we put more pressure on you in that second half, bro. Mm-hmm. And like if you guys, for me, it was like, how long is Fraser Foster going to allow this to last?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was really good. That was the thing. It's like I didn't expect him to be as good as he was. So like he had a couple really solid ass saves. I was like, oh, okay, he might keep them in this. But we kept on putting the pressure on you, bro. And if Son puts that chance away, this game's a totally different game. But
I just think
he can't. You can't miss that chance. If you miss that chance, it opens the more pressure on you.
No, you're right.
That's all that happened.
But the only thing I would say, Joey, is you had pretty much your full strength team against a depleted Spurs team, and you could only win 4-3. For me, looking in, taking a step back and looking in.
Here's the thing now. Here's the thing. How are you looking at it right now? Because in the same words, right?
Yeah.
We can take some negatives from that game, 100%. But you're already you're already looking at this manager as I want him out when there was positives from that.
I want him out, bro. I want him out.
See what I mean?
I want him out. But
like, what does that really mean then? What do those positives mean when that manager isn't going to be there anymore?
No, you're right. You're right, bro. No, I hear you. But what I'm trying to show you is that as much as you won, when you really reflect on the game, and I think Yasser TV will agree with me, you weren't that great. I think you won because Spurs is just in a mess. Not that Chelsea was that good.
Yeah, but Deji also, right? It's a derby, and those games, you take 3 points how you get them. That's it. In Arabic, that's what we say, Haydahiyya. That's it. That's all you do. Haydahiyya. That's it.
Haydahiyya. You do what you gotta do. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. You do what you gotta do. That's it. You know?
So what now then? What now? I have to ask you that question.
We need to strengthen, right? We need to strengthen.
Yeah.
We need to strengthen the Wesley losing Wesley Fofana and having Booty as Shields might be a problem later in the season.
That brother looks like a thing.
We got LA owners, bro. You think we not gonna spend? Like they gonna spend, bro. They'll find a way to sell someone and they'll spend again. And then you guys will bitch about the $1,500,000 that we spent, and we'll keep on going over and over and over on it until we win the title, because that's what this ownership group wants. Is they want what we want as a fan base. Go winning.
For real?
Just
and do you think Maresca is the guy to take you to the promised land?
He's got what? He's got 4 months. But right now, bro, there's nothing but love for the guy. How can you not love what he's doing? You know what I'm saying? Like everything he's doing, bro. You listen to the press conferences, you're like, this guy, he don't care about none of y'all out there, son. He don't care about none of y'all out there. He care about his 22 players and what's the results. That's what he care about.
For real.
And hey, if he continues in this mold, he will be the guy. That's that. He will be the guy if he continues in this mode.
I've known Joey for about 6 months. I've never seen Joey like this. Honestly,
because I haven't been like this. You've
been on top form tonight, mate. I mean, definitely Joey's been on the Budgie Banton. Definitely, he's been on the Budgie. The level of tonight. We know that one. But Joey's just on another level. I just have to just look and go, wow, all right, cool. No problem. Just know, though, what goes up must come down, bro. I'm just saying, now that you're here.
Hey, we can't be perfect, right? We can't be perfect. I'm not going to expect perfection. But hey, you keep on doing this type of form, what am I supposed to say? Because I expected less than where we are right now.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? I expected less. So you're like, what am I supposed to say if you have a flip up here and a slip up? What am I supposed to fucking say to you? You outplay pacing everybody else still. Even with that, from Brentford, right? From Brentford, right? Let's just say Brentford, we slip up, we draw. What does that even mean?
For real.
What does that mean? We moved from what, second to second?
Jeez, can you see this? This brother's dropping bars tonight.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
you know, that's just the truth, my man. That's the truth. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah. And like I said, you got another Chelsea fan that's probably going to try to cook you way more than me. I wanted to at least get my fried chicken. I
swear down.
I told you it was going to be fried chicken.
Any of that crap, I'm going to throw my shoe at him. I swear down. I
told you it was going to be fried chicken before the game, though. I did say that. I wanted to make sure you got that piece. You know, you got how it felt to eat fried chicken that Sunday. It was nice. It was nice. So I'll let the other homies, the other Chelsea fans do their thing. I'll see you tomorrow on Never Foul. And hey, up to Chelsea.
Joey, just know. Big up Joey in the building, shaking his bum, yeah. Just know, I am gonna watch this stream over and over again for when your downfall comes. So just know you've given me a lot of receipts tonight. Know that. But big up Joey in the building, Chelsea fan, fried chicken, shaking his bum. Thank you for passing through, my guy. Joey waiting and passing through, you know, one of my brothers right there. And we got Elijah coming through. I don't know what he wants to come and talk to me about, to be honest with you. Like I'm vexed already. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm vexed. Like, what is it, bro?
Well, I'm just here to talk about.
Don't you dare start chatting rubbish, you know. Be very, very careful.
Listen, Deji, I'm not deluded. You know me already. I'm being honest. Like, yeah, but listen, in terms of Chelsea, I mean, we're in second place, but do I think we're in the title race? Absolutely not. Because if you look at the Tottenham game, yeah, we have conceded 3 goals, and I was very, very disappointed at the goals we conceded. Like the first 2 goals, you know, came from Mark Cucurella slipping, you know, like the boost.
Can I ask you a question? Because Joey didn't want to accept it, yeah? Even though Cucurella slipped, we still had to make those goals. They're not the same as the pens, bro. The pens, we gave you the pens.
Yeah.
We still made you slip, but you still have to do something with the slip. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, go on, carry on. Yeah, this brother, I should have brought you on before Joey, to be honest. I love what you're saying.
Well, there you go. Well, you're right. You made up for the goal. But listen, what I love about Chelsea right now is because our mentality has changed. You know what I mean? Because last season, you know, we were like, sometimes in games we'll go 2-0 up, but then we just throw it away. This time, we were 2-1 down at halftime, then we've won the game. I'm telling you, Maresca has got me absolutely buzzing right now. Like, for me, he has definitely changed my mind.
Is he legit?
He is. Because, you know, because look at Enzo, you know, before, like, since he's the force, he got 10 GA, you know, in his last 6 games in all competitions. You know, Caicedo, this season, been looking good for Chelsea. Best, you can probably say Gravenberch has been better than Caicedo this season. You know, he's, you know, even our B team is cooking. So Maresca, for me, is doing a fantastic job. But for me, Deji, I feel like with this team, if we can keep this up, I would definitely say we'll finish in the top 4. But in terms of the title race, absolutely not. Because we're not better than City. We're not better than Liverpool or Arsenal at the moment. But football can be funny sometimes, if you know what I mean.
Do you know what? I think you're legit, you know. I think you're legit. I wasn't expecting what you are saying today. Because for me, I watched your team. I can't say I was impressed by it. I think what is impressive is that you're getting the wins. You're getting the points on the board. But there was nothing. Like, Caicedo was getting cooked by Son in that first half.
Yeah,
you know
that's true. Yeah.
He was getting cooked. People shake their bum for him. People are not also accepting the fact that that was a depleted Tottenham team. We had bloody Archie Gray and Dragusin at the back. And Chelsea fans are shaking their bum. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the Tottenham players, apart from Kulusevski, are out of form, and Solanke, they're out of form. And we had Fraser Forster, aka the Frigid Goal. I don't think it was an impressive performance. I think Tottenham was that bad. I don't think Chelsea was that good. But I do agree with the way you guys are moving, and what you are doing, which is what Tottenham ain't doing, is when you smell blood, you capitalize and you punish. You smelt blood in the second half against Spurs, like you smelt blood when you played Brighton and you slapped teams up. But there's still a lot of work to be done. And I'm not just doing Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall and stayed on the wall. I wasn't. Tottenham fans were probably more disappointed about the run than losing to you on the weekend, if I'm being real. We were more disappointed about the run of games. And Eugene, who's going to be coming through in a bit, he will probably agree with me on that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think we're more upset about the run. But what can you achieve this season, bro?
Well, hopefully, the expectation doesn't change for me. Top 4 this season and winning the Conference League, because it would be such an embarrassment here if we don't win that competition, because we are one of the favourites and we even qualified for the round of 16. So we don't have to worry about playing another extra game of European football. But Deji, I want to ask you a question because because next week you and Manchester Piccadilly are playing each other in the Carabao Cup. So for me, in my opinion, I feel like this game is more important to Spurs than it is to Man United, because I keep saying, like, you have won a trophy since 2008, you know. So Deji, I want to ask you this question. I'm looking at your form here. Since the international break, in all competitions, you only had 1 win in 6, and that was against another Manchester Piccadilly, which is, you know, at the Etihad. So for me, I would not be surprised if you beat Man United, because you did that last season. But Deji, the question is for you: if you guys don't beat Man United and you don't end up winning trophies, and let's say you're like below the mid-table, would you get rid of Ange? And also, would you say that these owners, like Daniel, also need to leave as well?
Bro, first and foremost, next week's game is the battle of the Dusties. Because for me, the Dusties team this season is West Ham, closely followed by Manchester Piccadilly, and then my club. I think we're the 3rd Dusties team in the league at the moment. I can't lie to you. Now, I think Ange goes. He goes if he loses to United next week, because I think what the owners are thinking is he's still in the cup. And let's be real, based on our form, the only cup that we could potentially win is the Carabao, because that's the one that teams care least about. Yeah, I don't think Arsenal bothered if they get knocked out. I don't think United would be bothered if they get knocked out. So they're expecting us to win that. We get knocked out, he has to go. I would like Levy to go. I'm calling out any American owners, Chinese, Saudi, whatever. Come and buy my club. It's £6 billion. You will get your money back in about 10 years with the fan base. But the truth is, the ownership has to go. We've known about that. But we know they're not going, because Tottenham is making them too much money. And you got to think, if you're a businessman and you're making money, why would you sell a business that's making you money when you don't need to? They don't need to sell. They're not hungry. It's not like they're broke. So that is an issue. Do you get what I'm saying? And then, bro, look, what I will say to you though is if Tottenham lose next week and Postecoglou is still in charge come end of Jan, then I think we have regressed so far back that we've gone back to the days of Villas Boas and next man. And I think we've undone the work of Pochettino. We would have undone it in the last 3 years. That's what we're facing. So yeah, I don't rate it, bro. And look, even if he wins against United next week, he can still lose his job, bro. That's where I am. I don't think the Carabao is enough for Ange to keep his job. But Spurs are Spurs. He would take that all day long. This brother will take 17th and the Carabao Cup. I'm not that guy. I think even if he wins the Carabao Cup, unless our league position improves dramatically, he should leave.
Yeah, I agree, because the thing is that Tottenham is a weird club. Like, you turn up in big games, but then when you face teams like Ipswich Town, Crystal Palace, Fulham, and all that stuff, you can't get the win. So to me, I feel like Spurs, they not only need to turn up in big games, but they're supposed to be big teams. They're supposed to beat. Like, your next game, I believe, is away against Southampton, and Southampton is one of the dustiest teams in the Premier League, and you should beat them. If you don't beat them, boy, that could be more embarrassing.
Let me tell you why we won't beat them. Because I can see a couple brothers in that Southampton team that I would have in my squad. I would take Aribo straight. I'm not even going to lie to you. I have him in my team over Brennan Johnson. Do you get what I'm saying? When I can pick players from the opposition, I'll take Carl Walker-Peters back than Pedro Porro. Do you get what I'm saying? So when I'm seeing Mandem that I would have in my squad, then I know it's long for us. Tottenham's getting slapped by Southampton this weekend. I've lost all faith in them, my bro. But as for you lot are legit. You guys are looking the part. I think for you, what would be really impressive is if you finish above Arsenal. Finish above Arsenal, and you've made Arsenal, especially the Arteta fans who've been shaking their bum violently, you've made Arsenal look foolish.
Because
I think you would have achieved in your first season what Arteta achieved in his third and fourth.
Exactly, because Mikel Arteta finished 8th. Imagine if he finished 2nd, win a trophy. Like, Maresca would have done better in his first season than Mikel Arteta. Arsenal fans may disagree, but there's the proof, you know. So and
If you
also
guys achieve,
Maresca
that,
didn't
Arsenal's
also
in the mud.
spend £800 million as well, you know.
Exactly.
So that's the thing.
Bro, I big up to you, bro. I respect that, bro. So look, Chelsea moving in the right direction. Elijah keeping it real, talking truth, you know, and keeping it second. He's expecting top 4. He's not even going to go out on a limb and say challenging. But the truth is, like, why won't you say challenging, bro? Because you are challenging.
I mean,
Mally, I see you're coming through now. Why aren't you challenging?
Deep down, I want to say it, but listen, January is nearly coming up, so I feel like if we could like either get Philip Jorgensen to start and maybe sort out defense, then in February, if we like in the same position, like 3 or 4 behind Liverpool, then I'll hold my hands up and say we're definitely in the title race. But it's still too early. You know, we have to wait for what we see in January. But as of now, I'm just happy that we're back to where we are, because the last 2 years we have been dusty than any other club. But I'm just glad we got like Chelsea back, and let's hope this continues.
Yeah, no, big up to you, man. Elijah, true talks, and it looks like I'm gonna have to pay Don his £100 because I had a bet of £100 that Spurs will finish above Chelsea, and it ain't looking like it. I want my money back from Postecoglou. Postecoglou, I know you're watching, and you got some sort of code name in the chat. Send me my P's. I'll be sending you my bank details. Big up, Elijah. Talk football in the building. Big up to the man that have been waiting for like ages to come on. But big up to you, because you know what? I am going to get through to all of you. Definitely. I want to chat to all of you today. Yes, I would take Eze, but I need to bring Mally. Where's Mally in the building? Mally, talk to me, my brother.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mally. If it's the Mally that Mally. Talk to me, because I see what you've written there, and I feel your pain. Well, I don't feel your pain, bro, but what are you going to do to make your club great again, my brother?
Listen, first, you need to get Arteta out of the club.
Yeah.
Because he's not an experienced manager. He's never managed an academy side. That's how crazy he is.
That's mad.
Not even academy.
But that means he's done a good job, though, because he's brought you guys back onto the map, though, bro. You can't knock that, then. For someone that hasn't managed an academy side to get you, man, supposedly challenging, it's not to be sniffed at.
Look, he took us to a certain level, but he can't take us over the line. He's not good enough to take us over the line. So I want him gone first. Then I want them cronkies. Stand cronky. If I see you, I will smack you, bro. I can't lie. I'm not promoting violence, but he needs a slap.
Yeah. For real. No, but explain. First and foremost, I want to ask 2 questions. Who comes in? And then why? Because they've spent money, though. You're not like Tottenham, where you're offering idiot fees. You know, Solanke ain't even on 100 bags a week. That's how mad we're league. He's on 60-something bags a week. First of all, as Tottenham, we're truly mad. The fact that he even accepted that contract is a madness. So Solanke's not even on 100 bags a week, bro. So you man are paying Ethan Nwaneri about the same money that we're paying Solanke, bro. So what is it about them that you're not happy with?
Listen, everything, man. Everything. First of all, they hired Arteta, no experience, like I said. They gave him.
Well, who would have done a better job than Arteta, though? I don't give a damn about you guys, obviously, but who would have done a better job? Let's be real. You finished second to Pep.
A lot of managers. Inzaghi would have done better.
Okay.
What's his name? Sanchez from Girona would have done better.
Yeah.
Allegri would have done better. Ange Postecoglou would have done better.
Would you take him?
The money you spend, if he gets to spend like 800 mil, probably I'll probably take him. Hansi Flick, I see that. Yeah,
maybe you got a point. Look, I think he's done a good job. I think you're right. I think he's hit a ceiling. But what I'm not understanding, and I think where the beef is, if I was an Arsenal fan, is why haven't they seen that? Like, for me, legitly, I thought Postecoglou was the guy. I'm not gonna lie. Let me not come here and start pretending that I was Ange out from the start. I was hesitant when he first came, Then Tottenham started doing what they were doing under him. I thought, oh, I can walk with this. And then this season, I'm just like, nah, ban this whole thing. Partly because a lot of the them, especially the people who they call the negative Spurs fans, they were saying they just didn't know his ball. But I'm looking at Postecoglou, and it's looking like them brothers are going to be right. And I don't know how they knew. I just think they made a guess, and they're just looking good right now. But the longer we stay with this brother, the further away we are going to regress. We played Rangers yesterday, and we looked dusty. I can't even lie to you. So could it be that is that what Edu saw? Is that what you think happened with Edu? He's seen that you man are on the Titanic and you lot are going down, and man just decided to jump ship.
Yeah, he jumped ship, man. Jumped ship. He saw the boat going.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, let me hop off.
Hey, Rookie says this guy is waffling. He said there are managers who could win a trophy over Pep, but it's none of the man he said. But he's basically saying that he just doesn't want Arteta in charge. He's saying that's what he's saying, Rookie. But I hear what you're saying, Mally. So what would you want to do then? How are we gonna turn this around?
First he needs to get sacked. I'm not gonna lie, he needs to go. He's been here for too long. He spent 800 mil.
Yeah.
800 mil. And he hasn't even won a cup double yet. Come on.
Bro,
man.
he hasn't even won a cup. In my opinion, he's not won a cup because the season he won the cup was when he came halfway through Emery.
Yeah.
Since then, every whole season, he's not won nothing. So
bro, he's not serious, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's good to speak with real Arsenal fans, and it's good to see them because I am honestly sometimes astonished how Arsenal fans are moving like they're some big team when really and truly when you look at them, they're just flattering to deceive. I think the worst thing for me is this season. Like, I watched the Fulham game, bro. I swear down, I've watched a few of your games. And I warned you, and I warned your fan base. I said, when you bro, let me ask you real quick before I go ahead. Were you happy with your performance at my gaff this season? Were you happy with it?
Listen, we set out a game plan and we executed a game plan.
No, this brother's on the budgie, man. Bro, you're on the budgie.
Nah, man.
Were you happy? You didn't answer the question. You're moving like a conservative, you know. This brother here is moving like a liberal Democrat. I've asked you a question and you've gone around the bush. Were you happy with your performance at my gaff this season?
Did you? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Bro, really what you wanted to say was you weren't, bro. If you were happy, then why are you vexed? Because I know you're not happy with the set pieces right now. Are you happy scoring the set pieces? Is this what you got?
Set pieces are part of the game, but like we can't keep on relying on set pieces.
No, you can't say that, bro, because you were happy. That's how you beat Tottenham, though. You were happy with it. You said that was part of wasn't that part of the game plan against Fulham? Wasn't that part of the game plan against United just to score set pieces?
I'm saying we can't rely on set pieces. We can use them, but we can't rely on them. We need to rely on like open play, creating chances.
All right, fair enough, bro. So, bro, since you're Arteta out, clearly you see something that the Arsenal man them don't see, the Arsenal fan base. Yeah. And I've never asked this question of an Arsenal brother before, but I'm going to ask you. What can you see happening if Arteta is still in charge?
Down.
Down.
We're going down, man.
Are you getting top 4 this season?
Oh, yeah. We're going to get top 4. But we're not going to win anything.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Tottenham.
Bro, I was just about to say the same thing, bro. If that's what you do this season, then you, man, are no better than Tottenham.
Bro, telling you, man.
Mally,
Tottenham in red.
Bro, Spurs in red. The spicy Spurs. Mally, you know, big up to Mally. Are you beating Everton at least?
Yeah. We have to beat Everton. Yeah.
Because Mally, the way you... I'm not even gonna lie. You crushed my heart right now. The way you've just downplayed your club, to get me. I'm not trusting you, man. To be honest, I'm not trusting you, man.
Why?
I don't know, man. The way you've kind of downplayed your club, I think you man might pull a shocker. I think we might be both in the same mud, you know.
We'll beat Everton. Everton are.
I hope you do, bro. Because you know this is a receipt. You know that, yeah.
Bro, if we don't beat Everton, I'm gonna lose my mind. We have to beat Everton.
I hope you do. I hope you beat Everton, my brother. But big up, Mally in the building. Talks AFC, my bro. Bro, thank you so much for waiting.
Wait, hold on, did you?
Yeah, bro.
Are you gonna win the treble?
Bro, like legitly, yeah. I don't know why I feel it, but I think Spurs will, bro. Like legit, I think they will.
Treble.
Whether it's Postecoglou or another manager, I think he's just going for the cups, bro. Like legit, he's going for the trophies. The problem with me is, bro, I like my team to be legit across the board. I want to be legit, top 4 and trophies. I'm not. I will accept the treble and 12th. I'll accept it, but I won't be. I would be happy with 12th and the treble, but it's a big risk. If we don't pull off the treble, he's a madman, and he might never get another job in England again. I swear down. So he better, for his sake, he best be giving me double, if not the treble this season.
Let me tell you something right now. You're smoking serious budgie banting, bro. The treble is not coming to Spurs, bro. It's not gonna happen.
I'm telling you, the budgie banting. This one is the Nigerian strain, the same as what James. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If he doesn't give me a treble, I'm going mad. You see me? I've already checked out Terminal 3 for the brother. You get me? Straight. So I'm letting you know, bro. But yeah, I still believe in the treble, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I didn't, if Tottenham don't, if not for the cups, our season's already finished before Christmas. You know that, yeah?
Yeah.
Our season would have done before Christmas. That's idiotness. I've never seen such crap in my life. So yeah, treble's on, bro. Straight. With or without Postecoglou, it's on.
Yeah, big up, bro.
Yeah, big up, Mally. Mally in the building, my bro. He reckons he wants his Arsenal back again. We will see. My brother, you know, my brother. Omar and then Eugene, and then we're going to call it a day. Omar, my bro. Good to finally meet you. Spurs fan.
Oh, no. What are you on about, bro? This guy. Spurs fan. Well, since when have I been a Spurs fan?
You've been a Spurs fan from day dot. Stop chatting rubbish, man. What?
No. Listen.
Why you don't smoke the budgie banting on an empty stomach, my brother? Don't try it. Who are you supporting right now? Because I've been seeing.
I'm a Barcelona fan, bro. Like, don't you see my goat? That's my goat, man.
I see Barca, bro. I see Barca. Barca. Yes, they're a bit disappointing though, bro. They're coming back, but they're not the Barca of. I mean, they might win the league this year. To be fair to them, but they're rubbish in the main, bro. 1 second, bro.
No. We're slowly coming back. We're slowly coming back. We're listen. At the end of the day, we've been through the trenches, but listen, we got a good manager now. Things are going back to normal. You know, the old Barcelona slowly.
So what's gonna happen then?
Listen, this season, man. I've just said it, man. This season we're gonna go for the league, and then listen. Maybe next season we will try and go for Europe when we go and get some signings.
Have you been good in the league, or Real Madrid been that bad?
Both. Because this is the thing. The squad that we had at the start of the season, I didn't see us going anywhere near the league. Even though Madrid have not been great, but the thing is, we've taken advantage of the fact that they're bad. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because if you look at the way we were performing, I mean, I'll be honest, ever since the international break, we've been on a rut, bro. Like, we've only had like 1 win in the league in the last 4 games.
I've been seeing it, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. But listen, at the end of the day, we're slowly coming back, and listen, we're more competitive than I expected, and I'm happy about that. But listen, it's always
good news. You struggled in the last 5 games, according to Simply Ace. So how are you more competitive than what you expect? I mean, to be fair, I didn't expect you to be top of the league because Real Madrid. When you compare Real Madrid's team on paper to your team, it's like night and day, bro. Like,
night and day.
I mean, maybe because I don't recognize maybe half of your players, but you should not be above Real Madrid in the league. Or am I getting it wrong?
No, you're right. Because if you look at, like, listen, no, let me be clear. On the outside, if you're someone that doesn't watch La Liga or watch Real Madrid and Barcelona, it seems when you look at their squad and you saw the acquisition of Mbappe, you thought, oh man, this team is going to be running with everything. But if you know Real Madrid and the Galacticos, man, they never do well when they do Galacticos, right? When they go around buying superstars every single time, that's when they actually mess themselves up. And that's what's happened to them this season.
Or is the Mbappe, you reckon Mbappe is what's destabilized them then? I think Mbappe...
It's a combination of that and not replacing Toni Kroos. You understand what I'm saying? They did not actually go out there and actually find a Kroos replacement. They just bought Mbappe and just thought, yeah, we'll be good. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't, and also I don't think they expected us to be as good as we are, right? Yeah. We're so much better than we are right now, right? Like, if you think about it, I know we talk about the last 5 games, but before that, we were dominating everything we were playing. Like, home or away, we'll score like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals a game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we were looking scary, not just in the league, but even in Europe, right? Like, and like we talk about our league form in the Champions League. Ever since our opening game where we lost against Monaco, we've basically won every single game since. Every single game. We're just one draw away from securing top 8. Right, so we're doing our thing right now, and listen, I'm very, very happy, right? But I'll say this about your lot, right? First of all, Deji, you need to put the palm wine down. Put it down, bro. You know what I mean? Like, because
I like that. Yeah,
put it down, because listen, man, this whole trouble thing, you gotta let's first of all.
Can I be real? Do you know where that's come from? Yeah, the whole trouble thing, because a lot of people, when I said it. And people are shocked. So Tottenham are playing Manchester Piccadilly in the quarterfinals next week, yeah?
Yeah.
Win that, we're in the semis. So the Carabao Cup is on, yeah? Tottenham, when they get all their players back, which they will, because people are going on like, this is going to be the team for the rest of the season. No, it won't. Everyone will come back from injury. When Tottenham's players fully come back, they're the strongest team in the Europa League, is it not? And then FA Cup is a free-for-all, especially when you deep it. A lot of the big teams, they only go for it when they're out of the big cups. Now, the way that the new structure is, Arsenal are going to go deep in the Champions League. So
no, they're not. They are not.
No, they will. Bro.
Deji, bro. Deji, let me tell you. No, Deji, let me tell you, bro.
You know that the Champions League is going to an English team this season. You know that, yeah?
No, it's not.
Oh, this guy is on the back.
No, bro. Are you? Listen, let me be clear. No. Okay, Deji, let me explain. You see, right now, I feel like you're looking at Arsenal right now in the form that they're in, and you're forgetting who you're talking to. This is Arteta's Arsenal. You understand what I'm saying, right? They will do well against Monaco. They will do well against these teams.
I reckon they'll slap you up, bro. I swear.
No, they will not, bro. I'm telling you. Listen. Let me tell you something, bro. I've seen this Arsenal. Bro, go and ask the Arsenal fans who actually watch. I've been watching Arsenal more than any team in the league in England this season, man. You understand what I'm saying, right? The thing with this Arsenal team is, right? They can turn it on. They have the switch. They can turn it on, right? Against certain teams. You understand what I'm saying, right? But when they play against teams that can go at them head to head, it's like their minds get scrambled. You understand what I'm telling you, right? Last season, they were knocked out by a Bayern Munich team that were having the worst season in their lives in years. You understand what I'm telling you, right? And even in this season, in the Champions League, right? We've seen them play against the Inter Milans, who are one of the favorites, who are one of the top 5 teams to win the Champions League. Let's be real, right? We've seen them even against teams like Atalanta, who are good, better structured, right? And all of those things, right? And they have struggled against those teams. I want you to understand this Arsenal team, right? They will do well until they play against one of the better teams. Even like right now, you're looking at Madrid right now. They perform. If they play this Madrid team, they will find a way to lose. Because that's what they do, man. They will
all right. Maybe Arsenal was a poor example. I don't know why I mentioned them. Do you think you can beat Liverpool?
Now, Liverpool is the one where I'm like, okay, I hear that conversation, right? Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not saying it's a guarantee that the Champions League will not go back to England, right? It might go back to England. You understand what I'm saying, right? But one thing I would say just to talk about the Europa League, I do agree with you when you say that your squad, man for man, has what it takes to win the Europa League. But here's the thing with the Europa League, Deji. Teams that are not usually the teams that are expected to win the Europa League don't usually go on to win it. When was the last time we actually watched the Europa League and said, okay, this is the team that's going to win it, and they actually went on to
you're
win it?
right.
Probably since Chelsea in 2019.
Although,
let's be real.
I would have argued that Atalanta,
come on, Bayer Leverkusen went the
Europa League. I know.
With all due respect, Atalanta are great. And remember, Liverpool when they went the Europa League as well.
Can I be real though? But can I be real? I know what you're about to say, but that was under the old format. When you look at the teams this season in the Europa League, they're pretty crap, bro. Let's be real.
No, but I know. No. See, that's my point. Deji, that's the point I'm trying to explain to you. History has shown us. I know you're talking about the new format, but right now, if you look at who are in the Europa League,
who do you think will win the Europa League? Legit.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. You talk about squads, right? I'm telling you from what I've seen. I've seen teams like Lazio doing well in the Europa League. No, let me explain. Lazio right now are in Serie A. They just beat Napoli, who were top of the league, 2 times in a week, right? They are unbeaten in the Europa League. Athletic Bilbao are second, and guess where the Europa League final is going to be played? In the San Mamés, in their stadium. You understand what I'm saying, right? Galatasaray have a good team.
I'm going with Sean. You get me, my brethren. I'm going to the final because my club will be there. You don't know.
But that's the thing. You listen, a Galatasaray, they're not a team to be sniffed at, right? At the end of the day, no, I know they beat you. I'm not even talking about the fact. I'm not saying that because they beat you. I'm telling you that at the end of the day, right? Squad for squad, yes. If you guys take the Europa League seriously, can you win it? Absolutely. There's no doubt you can, right? Yeah. But I'm trying to explain to you that what history has shown us is teams that take the Europa League seriously are the teams that usually go on to win it. Atalanta wanted that Europa League more than Leverkusen. That's why they knocked out Liverpool, right? Because everyone was looking at Liverpool as the team to win the Europa League last season. And guess what? They play Atalanta. They got broke up by Atalanta at home. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying, right? And then they went on to win the thing. They ended up giving Leverkusen their first L of the entire season. They were the only team that beat Leverkusen last season. It depends on who wants it more. And the thing is, I don't know, honestly, right? As much as I look at your squad, I will tell you this, Deji, right? One thing I've seen from your Spurs team is that as talented of a squad as you have, I don't think that the players that you have right now want it that much.
They don't.
You understand what I'm saying? Right?
They don't.
And that is my thing.
Omar, I want to ask you 2 questions because it's really good to have you on this show. And big up Eugene in the building, last caller. 2 things outside of looking in, because you're not in the Prem, you don't watch the Prem, you're La Liga. What do you think of Tottenham and Postecoglou? Mm-hmm. Do you think we should be giving him time? Because you're someone who watches football. You know, you can see a manager that wants to create a style of play. And so outside looking in, you know, I reckon you can appreciate that. Mm-hmm. So what do you see in Postecoglou and Spurs? Do we give him time or not? And then you're talking about the players wanting it. Is that down to the manager or is that down to the players?
It's okay. So first of all, first question about your manager, right? Here's the thing with Ange, right? He's gotten a lot of things wrong. He's done a lot of things wrong. Things that could have gotten him sacked. No doubt about it, right? But one thing I will say about Ange is I'm looking at Ange and I feel like with Ange, his biggest objective for him at Spurs is that he wants to be the one to bring you guys your first trophy in years. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying, right? So I think that's why if you see how you guys play, especially in the Europa League and in the Carabao Cup, right? I think that he's looking at it because he basically said, I win trophies everywhere I go. And I think he's trying to really emphasize that, right? And he's putting too much mindset in the cups and not too much concentration in the league, right? But at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, I think that he should be given time if he can win you guys a trophy. Because I feel like for Spurs fans who want to see the club win something, right? It's important to have that mindset of we win something. And maybe Deji, winning that Europa League could change your season. Yes. You understand what I'm saying, right?
The Europa League, yes.
Oh no, actually not even the Europa League. I was about to say the Carabao Cup, because that's the first trophy that is there. No, Deji, the one I was thinking about first is the Carabao, because that one is the first cup to win.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
The first cup.
My point is, winning the Carabao Cup could maybe motivate your players to go and win the Europa League. Because now they're like, oh, we've got the trophy now. They've got that taste of success. You understand what I'm saying, right? They can now say, okay, man, let's go and get another European trophy. Especially, let's say, if Arsenal get knocked out of the Champions League. Because now you're like, okay, imagine if we win 2 trophies over Arteta's head. After all of this,
but I can't shake my bum for the Carabao and Arsenal getting knocked out of the Champions League.
No. But my point is, I want you to understand who their manager is. It's Arteta. Arteta has been the guy who's been getting a lot of this hype. If at the end of the season, after all of the things that you guys have had to go through, you guys gonna winning a trophy this season over them, after everything that's happened, that they're gonna be in the mud. You understand what I'm saying, right? But listen, I'll say this, but here's my point, right? At the end of the day, Ange, he needs to stop being naive. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because it is not an excuse for you to be going around doing well in the Europa League and in the Carabao Cup and not taking the league seriously. And only taking it seriously when you play against certain teams. You understand what I'm saying, right? It's not acceptable to be losing to Ipswich. It's not acceptable to be drawing at home to Fulham. It's not acceptable to not be giving a fight against Bournemouth. It's not acceptable, bro. That's my point. At the end of the day, it's not acceptable, some of these results. It's not acceptable to be going 2-0 up at home against Chelsea and then losing the game.
And Brighton.
Deji, on my stream, on my channel, right? I do my show, True Ballers FC, every Wednesday, right? Last week, I sat there and I said, this Spurs team, all I've seen from them this season has been they do well when they play against the United, basically teams that are man for man, have the same squad as them. They actually turn up for it, and then when they play against a team when you're like, all right, this should be a straight 3 points, they end up either losing or drawing. You understand what I'm saying, right? And at the end of the day, I said that, listen, against Chelsea, I think they will draw. I ended up giving you guys credit. You guys were 2-0 up, and then you messed it up. And at the end of the day, Ange needs to figure this out. This whole, I know he's a one-trick pony. He plays the high line and all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's not good enough. And those players, like I said, it's a both of them. The players also need to take a lot of blame. You understand what I'm saying, right? It's not good enough to be giving up on games. You understand what I'm saying, right? How is it possible? Because I watch your stream. I watch you. I watch Expression. You see, when you guys came back, the fact that Expression wasn't even too angry, the fact that he saw it coming, that is the worst thing.
I was 2-0 up. We were 2-0 up. I was excited, but I was like, ooh. And then when Sancho scored, I was like, you could lose.
You know what I'm saying? It's the worst feeling in the world, Dudgy. To feel like you know what's coming and you can't stop it, bro. It's literally the worst feeling ever, man. Like, bro, I'll be honest with you. The last time I had that feeling, right, was probably when we lost to... no, in fact, last season. I was there last season.
Last season, you man were dusty, bro.
Yeah, last season when we against PSG, we won 3-2 away at Paris, right? I said, I predicted a draw, but I was like, yo, if we shoot ourselves in the foot, we could potentially lose that game. And when Araujo got sent off and they equalized, I knew they were going to come back. I knew it, bro. You understand what I'm saying, right? And that's the worst feeling to have. The feeling of dread. You feel the dread coming. You understand what I'm saying, right? And at the end of the day, Ange needs to figure this out, and he needs to figure it out soon. Because I watched you guys yesterday against Rangers. It was a hard-fought draw. You guys did well to come back and get the draw. But listen, at the end of the day, you guys need to improve. There needs to be an improvement this weekend. You guys need to get back to winning ways. Like, you guys haven't won a game since that 4-0 against City. Not good enough.
I'm scared of the Southampton game, bro. I'm scared.
And you shouldn't be. That's the word. Bro, this is Southampton we're talking about. They've been battered by everybody.
Bro, I'm scared, bro. Bro, because you said one thing, and before I bring in Eugene, who's going to speak on some of the stuff that you said because he's a Spurs fan, we have consistently not turned up against the so-called smaller teams, including yesterday. We were lucky to get a draw against Rangers, bro.
That deserve was absolutely awful, man.
When I started the stream, I asked everyone, where is Rangers? Where would we rank Rangers in the Prem? And they said Championship. That means Southampton can beat Rangers. Southampton. Can you imagine? It's sad. Honestly, it's very sad.
It's a sort of state of affairs. But I'll say this, though. If he doesn't, I think that if he takes you guys to a Carabao Cup final, if he doesn't win it, he should be sacked.
Bro,
I think
that's the only reason why he's in the job, because I think, a lot of people cussed Levy and said Mourinho would have won you the Carabao Cup. I disagree. I don't think we win anything under Mourinho. We were so dusty then. I think we're gonna give him that chance.
But this is Mourinho we're talking about. It's gonna be.
I know, but bro,
Deji.
It's gonna be ugly. Dire straits, then, bro.
Deji. But this is the thing with Mourinho. I want you to understand. If you are in a cup final, the football is not going to be great. You probably get battered and pillar to post the whole game. But one person you want to be in a cup final against is Mourinho, because Mourinho is not going to make it beautiful, but he would probably bring the trophy home somehow. You understand what I'm saying? Even if it's on penalties, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like that's why a lot of people were surprised or disappointed that you guys sacked Mourinho, because they knew that Mourinho could probably get it. If anyone could have probably won that game against City, it's Mourinho, because he would not make it great, but he'll probably get it home. He would probably bring it home somehow, even though it sounds impossible. That's the thing with Mourinho, bro. That's why I just feel like that sacking of Mourinho made no sense, because give him that final, because he could have potentially won it. I'm not saying he's gonna win it, but if there's one person who could probably do it, it would have been him. You understand what I'm saying?
Fair. Big up to you, Omar. Omar, where can we find you, bro?
Omar BYT. That's my channel. You guys see the link right there, guys. Barcelona channel, but I do talk about Premier League sometimes. I do have Premier League shows on my channel.
Omar, we've spoken on Twitter.
Let's
continue on that. Love to come through, bro.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Very soon, man. We will be linking up very soon.
Yeah, man. But hey, big up to Omar for coming through. And I'm going to use that as an opportunity for my guy, Eugene, Spurs fan, to pick up where Omar left off. Eugene, I know you were listening in the back. Big up to you, man. And thank you for waiting. Last corner as well. Look, me and Eugene, I feel like in the space of a week, we've gone from just meeting to knowing each other for about a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like that, like legitly. Bro, do you agree with what you were hearing from Omar? I think he made some really interesting points. He's a Barca fan. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
With Mourinho, are you one of those believers that Mourinho could have done it for us?
Oh, for sure. He is the perfect person to scumbag a final. I mean, Mourinho or Ryan Mason, come on, man. Like,
Mason.
Come on now. If you say, okay, Mourinho or whoever else, okay, cool, you have a point. Ryan Mason, come on, my guy. But answer me this question, man.
Yeah, bro.
Answer me this. Ange at Celtic, he used to beat Rangers for fun.
Yeah.
Every time, 6 wins, I think, with the same tactics. Yeah. What's the only difference? It's the players, which makes no sense to me, right? It's like
it's the players, but also the strain.
Oh, this for sure.
Like the only game that you have to really turn up is Rangers. No disrespect. Motherwell, Dundee United, Dunfermline, come on. You know what I mean? You don't even have to be at 100%. The problem is when, like, I watch, bro, I wanted to say when we was on Die Hard earlier, you got to watch, as much as I cuss Udogie, you got to watch what he does and Porro. They literally run to the front and then they got to run back. It's sprinting forward and sprinting back. That requires a hell of an amount of fitness. That's a crazy level of fitness. Because the only person who could have done those sprints is Gareth Bale. Remember the game against Maicon when he just literally, it was the sprints that killed Maicon. Gareth Bale could play in his heyday, could probably play this system and go up and down the way he wants. Udogie can't do it. Udogie, it wasn't. When he plays for Italy, he's just a left back, bro. He's just left back or wing back. But this is a lot of work because what happens is as soon as we lose the ball, he's so far forward. Now he's got to fly all the way back. He's got to fly all the way. In fact, our wing backs play like midfielders, bro. And that is the problem.
But you know what the issue is, Dej? Like, the issue is it's in the midfield. If the midfield cannot keep the ball and make the right pass, then if it's a turnover, then we're screwed, right? Then the fullbacks have to run all the way back.
Yeah.
The issue is, like, with Ange's system, he's sacrificing defense by playing high press, right? Yeah. We steal the ball from the competition, and then they're stuck in their end. Our issue is we cannot control the ball.
Yeah.
There's this thing, people look at stats and they think that our offense is great. We score a lot of goals, which is not true. We scored 15 goals against 4 teams: Villa, Everton, Man U, and City. Every other game, we struggle to score 2 goals. We cannot score against low blocks. If you look at it, we lose games scoring only 1 goal, because against a low block or against a team with compact back 4, we have no wingers who can take on their man. They cannot cross, so we're stuck. So even though we have defensive issues, our main issue is in the midfield, because we cannot keep the ball, and then offensively we cannot score. How many times Kulusevski, Johnson, Son have opportunities to score, to make the pass, and they don't? We just cannot execute. So I think it's the tactics, it's the players, it's everything, man. It's like
Eugene,
so many issues.
I actually think that these players are better suited for either Conte or Poch. Do you agree?
Well, and they were like, Pora was bought for Conte, Udogie was bought for Conte, Bentancur, Kulusevski. Like half of our starting 11 were bought for Conte. So, and that's the thing. On the other hand, we brought in Solanke, Johnson, Madison. I'm wondering if Ange and the recruitment team are on the same page. For example, and I think you and I talked about it, he wanted Gallagher, he wanted Neto, he wanted Eze. Even though we could not get these players for obvious reasons, at least the profile is clear.
Yeah.
Right? So the recruiting team should go back and bring in the players with the same profile as those 3. And we don't. So I have no idea what the scouting team is doing, what Lange is doing. I mean, Lange should go back to Villa, or I mean, this guy.
I think Lange is crap. I think Paratici for me is the guy, because when you pull it like that, Bentancur, Kulusevski, Romero, do you know what I'm saying? Udogie, Pedro Porro. These are pretty much what you would say are main. They're our main players, and they're players that have literally come in the last 2-3 seasons. So they're still relatively new, if you know what I mean. But bringing in that Lange, bringing in Bergvall, Archie Gray.
Look, Archie Gray, I think it's gonna be a player, but how many 18-year-old sixes do you see in the world? 0, right? You need to be 24, 25, 26.
Yeah.
So, and our squad is thin. It's a travesty not to bring in a left back. Like, how is that even possible?
Do you think, because I said it earlier, and I can't keep, Adrian kind of shut it down by saying how, we have cover in every position. But I can't help but think that we're in this mess due to poor planning. Like, we had this last season. Why are we having it? Why do you find yourself in the same situation? Ange calls it bad luck. I don't think it's bad luck. I think you make your own luck, if you know what I mean.
No, it's not luck.
I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's been poorly planned out, man. You're not managing the players well. You know Van de Ven. We all know now, every season, Van de Ven is going to go. We now know Romero's going to go. Whilst they're under Postecoglou, there's going to be a stint of time where they're going to be out for 10 games. Madison's going to go. Like, you know this. So then why are you doing something about it? Okay, the only person who didn't expect to go was Vicario. But that's a stupid risk. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the plot. Udogie is due to go. Udogie is going to have a long-term injury again at the rate that he's going.
When Ange was at Celtic, he had injury issues as well. Last year, injury issues, and this year, injury issues. It's not an accident. The way he wants the team to play, the way we practice with the same intensity, we will have the same issues. It's not like, contact, bad luck issues like with Bentancur under Conte, ACLs or Achilles. All the issues that we're having, all the injuries are muscle injuries and hamstring injuries. So that's on Ange. That's his style of play. So if that's what we're going to do, we need a deep squad. we need 3 players at each position, right?
100%.
And now we didn't bring in the left back. We don't have a left-footed center back. Our wingers, we have Warner and Wilson. We have Richarlison. It's a travesty, man.
I'm not trying to speak back, but bro, we're lucky that Udogie and Porro have even lasted this long. Let's be real.
But they're running on fumes. Watching Udogie and Porro was always a suspect going back, but he always gave us something going forward. And right now, he's not even doing it. He's out of energy. Yeah. He can run. Udogie can run. And Udogie is young. I'm afraid we're going to mess him up. And he's going to have the same injury issues as Van der Ven.
So are you in agreement then? Because you said something that really stood out for me. He's going to mess him up. I'm suspecting that the players are regressing. Is that under this guy? I don't think they've improved, bro. I think they've got worse. Like I think they're worse, bro. I you know what? As much as I like Ange, I've said it clearly. I said I like being on the front foot, but it's hit me now that I feel like he doesn't know what he's doing, bro. Like legit. But all them other brothers, Sava and all them guys, they will tell you, I told you so. I told you he was crap from the start. I needed to see for myself. I actually thought he could have done it, but where I am right now, bro, can you see Postecoglou turning this around, bro? Can he save his job?
No, but the reason why it's not him specifically. Look, Ange was our 4th choice manager, right? Like whoever we bring in next is going to have the same issues. Any manager, especially a manager like Ange, who has a specific style of play, he needs players to play his system. If he doesn't get the players, if he doesn't have a deep squad, he's going to fail. Just like Conte, when he asked for Bastoni, and we got him Langley and Richarlison, and he failed, and that's why he skipped town. He's like, "Yep, I'm out of here." Jose wanted a Skriniar, and he got who? Joe Rodon and Jetson Fernandez, right? Like, so I back every manager for 2 years, right? But the way we're going, I don't care if it's Ange, I don't care who it is. Ancelotti at Everton, he failed. He got sacked because the players are the players. So Ange, in order for him to succeed, he needs a deep squad and he needs players to execute his system. When we got Bissouma, who's brain dead, even Conte said that he couldn't trust him. We have Madison. We have wingers who cannot cross. We don't have a 6. We don't have backup for Udogie. Like, of course, he's going to fail. Personally, I've been always Ange in, but you know what? I think if he's out of the cups, just get him out. I don't care.
So maybe he can hang on, provided we still stay in the cup. So let's say we beat, Manchester next week, but we're still doing this win 1, lose 1, maybe even lose 2, win 1. He's still. I mean, the Spurs fans are not going to have it, you know what I mean? But he still keeps his job, I guess, in a way.
I mean, it does. But see, like, at this point, I'm so cynical. Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, we sack him. We bring in McKenna, Potter, like a mid-table manager, and what's going to happen? We also have to get lucky to win a cup. Like, there's no guarantee. Actually, no, there is a guarantee that we will not bring a top manager. No top manager is going to want to come here. So what's going to happen is we're going to bring another mid-table manager or an unknown manager, or 2nd, 3rd, 4th choice, and it's going to be the same thing. So at this point, if it's Ange, if it's Potter, if it's McKenna, it doesn't matter. Like, same thing is going to happen until
we are a mess.
No, and that's why, like, our issues are so much bigger than a manager or a player, right? It's everything. So at this point, you know what? Like, until a year ago, I was with you. I'm American, so I don't care about FA Cup or League Cup. I have no attachment, right? I want the club to compete for big trophies.
The big trophies.
That's why when I was always arguing, in the last couple of years, I would rather be Arsenal than Man U. I would rather compete with the big boys than win a League Cup. However, this year, I know we're not going to compete. So you know what? If we can get a League Cup, it's the only thing that we can get done. You know what I mean? Like League Cup, FA Cup, Europa would be a dream. But if we somehow win it, imagine us in Champions League. We're going to get embarrassed. We're going to get destroyed in Champions League.
Just before we go, let me ask you that one question then. In the unlikely event, because I'm still on for this treble, in the unlikely event that we win the Europa League, he gets us Champions League football, he keeps his job. Do you think he won't just adapt? Maybe. I mean, I know maybe it's a silly question, but do you really think we'll just be getting lamped in the Champions League under Postecoglou?
I mean, see, like, even if he adapts, like, I don't think we are some small tactical tweaks away from being a good team. Like, I just don't. He might adapt, he might invert one fullback or like none, but we're going to win a game and lose a game just because I think the players are not good enough. Ultimately, I don't care about the tactics. I care about, like, the players are not good enough. Madison is not good enough. Bissouma is not good enough. Bentancur is good enough to be a squad player. Johnson is not good enough. Richarlison is not good. Like, there are 2-3 players that I'm like, you know what? They're good enough for us to challenge. As you said, man, look at top 8 teams. How many of our players would get into their teams?
Bro,
only a couple. So
honestly, when Adrian showed our front three of Son, Werner, and Johnson as our starting front three for Rangers yesterday, I think that's the worst front three I've ever seen in my life, bro.
No, man.
I was trying to work out whether Ipswich's front three was worse. And I think I would prefer Ipswich's front three.
So look,
go on.
If Ange, so let's say if Ange again adapts, if he doesn't invert both wing backs and he drops the high line, yes, maybe we're gonna win 1, 2, or 3 more games. But in the grand scheme of things that I care about, us challenging, it's not gonna matter. Yeah. With these players, it doesn't matter what Ange does; he's not gonna challenge. If we bring in Ancelotti or Pep or whoever else, they will not be challenging with these lot. No. So that's my thing. I'm looking at on the macro level, right? Yep, we can win perhaps more games with a different manager, but I don't care about top 4. To me, it doesn't matter. Like, I want us to challenge like we did under Poch. Even if we fail,
that's what I want, bro. That's what I want. Eugene, I feel like I'm talking to my brother. Do you know what I'm saying? And,
man, for
like,
sure.
Me and you think the same. Like, how can you be a supporter and not want to be at the very echelon, the very top of the game? And no, I fully agree with you, bro. I fully agree. The one last thing I would say, bro, I heard from Ashmatic that Solanke is on less than 100 grand a week. If that is true, bro, and then we're not a serious club, honestly. 65 million pounds and our striker ain't even on 100 grand. So look, what are we doing?
So people I hear on streams all the time, it's like, oh, but Tottenham spend money, Levy spends money, we spend 400 million, but people conflate transfer fees with wages. We spend money, but we spend money on players on low wages. That's why we haven't signed an elite player, in 10 years? So who was the last one? Like, I don't even know.
Like, you're talking
Van der Vaart.
Van der Vaart, you're talking Ginola. I'm just trying to remember.
So that's what we do.
Maybe,
we spend 65 million on a striker on low wages. We spend 40 million on Archie Gray on low wages. Eze was there, probably wanted high wages. And
he wanted high wages. Eze wanted 150 a week, and we were like, no.
So that's what we do.
It's crazy.
So that's why until we pay like Man U or Chelsea or even like Liverpool, right? Unless we pay 250 for top players, nothing is going to change.
You're right, bro.
We do. Yeah, go ahead.
It's the cheapness that kills us. You know,
Exactly.
we missed out on Mane based on 5 mil.
And Grealish, right? All these players. Mane, Grealish.
We offered 30. They said they wanted 35. And then after Liverpool bought him for 35, we ran and bought in Sissoko.
So, man, it's all down to, that's why, like, it's all down to the board and Levy. It's how we do business. Our scouting team
is the worst.
Is shambolic. Our medical team is worse than that.
Yeah.
So if we don't scout well, we don't recruit well, our medical team is shambles, our coaches are sacked every 18 months. I mean, that's the board and Levy. That's how we do business. So for me, again, I don't care about, inverting fullbacks and high line. Like, it's micro level stuff, right? I care about us being a big club and challenging. And I made a mistake. I was like, okay, Ange is hired. We have Man and Lange. Hopefully now Levy's going to step back. He's going to handle the finances, but the football people are going to do football things. But that's not how it works. Yeah. And the club is not communicating. If Man or Levy would say, hey, fans, this is our plan, right? In 5 years, we want to do A, B, C, and D. It's going to be a youth movement, or it's going to be this, and that. We have no idea. They buy kids, they buy, they get Werner on loan. Nobody knows what the plan is. I have no idea what the club is doing. So now I'm not a huge fan of how Ange does things, but when now all the fans are like, oh, it's Ange's fault, I'm like, some of it, yeah. But most of it
is
Conte
the club.
Did the same thing under Conte. We did the same thing under Jose.
But
shambles, man.
It's a shambles, bro. And but the truth is, our fan base ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Oh,
you don't hear any of the fans saying, you know what, I'm so disgusted with what I'm seeing at the moment that I want to stop going to games.
Dude, the Liverpool fan base
stop going to games. It's just going to be more the same. They know they can get away with it.
The Liverpool fan base, remember, there was an issue with ticket prices, right? So they walked out. The Man U fan base, the Arsenal fan base, even, right?
Yeah, they're marked.
Our fan base is different, like with the stadium especially, and now all the money that the teams are making from TV revenue, right? There's so much money. The fans, especially the match-going fans, don't matter. It's all about the global brand.
The match-going fans don't care.
And don't care,
The guys who protest, there's like 50 out of 62,000 people. There's 50 in the corner. And what the Tottenham fans do is with their patties and their drink, they look at them and they carry on going into the stadium. And as long as we keep doing that, Levy doesn't have to change. If I was Levy, from a business perspective, I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
Hey, and actually for the Spurs fans, so my friend Daigle, you know him, I'm sure, the Brian Daigle.
Yeah. I love him, man.
They're organizing a protest. If I lived in London, I would go. Unfortunately, I'm not. But any Spurs fans, if you guys live in London nearby,
I'm gonna go.
You should go. You should go, man.
I need to back up. Big up, Eugene. Thank you for coming through.
Big up, Edge. I appreciate what you do, man. I appreciate
man,
you.
Thank you. Man, let's keep doing it, Eugene, man. Let's keep doing it, man. Hopefully we'll catch up on the weekend, and let's hope that our team surprises us against Southampton. Imagine, that's how I have to talk. Instead of talking with chest, I'm now asking for a surprise. It's a disgrace, bro.
Man, if not for Man U, we would be the laughing stock. At least Man U is just as bad as we are. So at least that.
For real, two of the dustiest teams playing quarterfinals next week. It couldn't get any worse, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? But big up to everyone. Big up to my bro, Eugene in the building. Love, bro, for coming through. Big up to everyone locked in, locked on. We're doing 2 hours of this, 2.5 hours. It's been a mazza. Thank you for tuning in. Another episode of Step to the Mic. Enjoy your weekends. Unlike me, where I managed wishing for a win, hopefully you guys have more pleasant results. And let's catch up again next week where we unpick some of the madness that we witnessed this weekend and during the week. On that note, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. And good morning.